how it goes. We are now live, so I'm going to do the intro. You might turn your phone sideways, and then maybe you might mute yourself there. Hold on, actually, I'll take care of it for you for now. I'm going to stop your video, Jasmine. You don't want to turn your phone sideways. Anyways, welcome to. Let's see. We're going out live. Today's April 25th at 6 p.m. It's the fourth Monday, which means it is Art Night with Renee Little. This is the Reinventing the Tattoo Network, where tattoo artists, apprentices, collectors, and the curious are all encouraged to join into these live streams. And we really mean join these live streams. I'll show you how to zoom in a couple minutes while we do this intro. And you could always watch the replays and ultimately inspire each other, create better art and tattoos together. We're beaming out pretty much every day, and with your help, actually have evolved into a network of high quality tattoo shows. Well, high quality in spirit. You know, our production could always use improvement if you're interested in sponsoring us, I guess. In any event, you could find Reinventing the Tattoo in either of the app stores, the Apple App Store or the Google Play. You could find us on the YouTube. Again, do a search for Reinventing the Tattoo, or on Roku. So if you actually have a Roku at your home or at your tattoo shop, there's a lot of tattoo shops that have Roku. Download the Reinventing the Tattoo app, or go to reinventingthetattoo.com/Roku. And then lastly, if you want to throw us on in the background and just listen, we're in all of the usual podcast places. That's the Apple, Spotify, any of your evil corporate podcast overlords. Let's see here. I'm going to screen share the Reinventing the Tattoo homepage, because I just told you like a million places where you could find us, or where you might be beaming in from, but you could always find the latest and greatest on reinventingthetattoo.com. Oh, here we go. And you will see here we've got, well, everything about all of the professional development. We have the latest videos that we're playing live. If I click this button, we're going to see ourselves, and it'll be some really Inception-y shit. We don't want to do that. There's a chat room right here. We could say, tell us where you are beaming in from. And yeah, we could monitor these chat rooms. And here's some of our previous shows. What I really want to keep scrolling down to is, well, hey, here's Reinventing 24/7. This is a set of videos that we play pretty much constantly. And then right below it is our event schedule. And you'll see this has the whole month's events. We have Paint Night with Renee Little. It's right here. Boom, I'm going to click on this. And we've got our description. And artists zoom in. You click on this link, and if you're an artist, then point your Zoom camera at your art, and yeah, you could be joining in. Isn't it fun? It looks like a lot of fun, because it is actually a lot of fun. We have a ton of free resources here in Reinventing the Tattoo, including free tattoo courses. We don't teach you how to tattoo for free, silly, but there is a history of electric tattooing prehistory, and all of our free resources in here. The history of electric tattooing, I have to say, Jay Brown is killing it. If you're an apprentice type, or a mentor, you know, you should be you should just be coming here and reading through all this stuff, so that you can catch up on your tattoo history instead of complaining that all the young kids don't know it. Okay, I'm going way off script here. Let me get back so we can do this in a timely manner here. Oh, this is fun. I'm serious, I need my script. Okay. So that was reinventingthetattoo.com. If you're a tattooer or an apprentice, definitely check out the goals. On that free resources link, there's a link that says tell us your goals, and Guy crafted up a whole mess of custom emails, so that every couple of days that you can get an email that's loaded up with resources to help, both free resources and some ones that might, cost a little bit of dough. In any event, let's see, we've got weekly staple shows that happen every week, and live streaming here on the Reinventing Network. Every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, there's a Reinventing drawing group with Jason Leeser. It's similar to this, where artists are encouraged to zoom in. I think Jason's actually on the line here, so you'll get to see him and catch up with him. Monday at 11 a.m. is the Tattoo Weekly with Jake Meeks from the Fireside Tattoo Network, Lauren Gregory from Raw Pigments and Reinventing, and then me. I'm Gabe from Tattoo Now and Reinventing. Let's see, we've got Mondays at 9 p.m. That's actually coming up right after this, is a exclusive exercises with Guy Aitchison if you are Reinventing the Tattoo subscriber. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. That's tomorrow if you're watching this live. 10 a.m. with Ricardo Sturvanant, Reinventing Drawing Group. You're encouraged to beam in. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock is the Tattoo Now show. I think we've got Jeff Johnson, who got in a really horrible car accident. He's a badass bio tattooer. He's got a great shop, Direwolf, out in California. He'll be on. Anyways, that's Wednesdays at noon. It's a Tattoo Now show. Thursdays at 6 p.m. The new time slot is a tattoo collecting podcast. We are hitting up some real world events with Reinventing the Tattoo booths and rooms. Let's see, May 20th to the 22nd is Hell City in Columbus. It's coming up in like 3 weeks. Like I said, we got a full Reinventing room. I think Adrian Dominic's going to be beaming in with his AR world. You can use your phone to get into the NFT AR world. He's going to beam in twice from Australia. We also have a bunch of history talks beaming in. The seminar room's going full on. Nick Baxter's going to beam in from Austin, Texas to do his full holistic tattoo seminar. Anyways, hellcity.com. Let's see, June 10th to the 12th is Ink Mania down in St. Pete, Florida, right next to the Dolly Museum. We'll have a full seminar room down there. It's inkmaniaexpo.com. July 29th to the 31st, the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational with Tony Urbanik. And then I think we're also going to have some Reinventing presence in the Hell City in August, out in Phoenix, Arizona, and who knows what else. Okay, sponsors real quick to let you know how we're doing all this stuff for free is, let's see, we got Raw Pigments, rawpigments.co. They are acrylic free and they don't dry out in the cup. I'm not sure that's the reason why they don't, but one way or another, they are acrylic free. They don't dry out in the cup. Check out some of their interviews. If you do a search for Raw Pigment video interviews, Lauren's got a whole bunch of them with their artists. Worldoftattooevents.com is the largest, most comprehensive resource for tattoo conventions that exists. Alex really is going crazy these days with all of the updates happening to all the conventions. And then let's see, we've got Tattoo Now. I'm a computer geek for tattooers, kind of like a part-time CTO technology officer for larger shops and supply companies and whatnot for the tattoo world. But also I can work with artists that are in the starts of their careers, just doing like websites and helping with businessy things. And then last but not least, in fact, first for the Reinventing the Tattoo Network is Guy Aitchison, guyaitchison.com. The founder, he originally wrote the 3-ring binder, but it's still interactive. Even back then, he was mailing out packages of inserts so that as he was updating the curriculum, then he would mail out and everyone would update the 3-ring binders. In any event, flash forward 20 some odd years, and now it is a fully immersive learning platform with, Guy, of course, at the core, but tons of guest artists, guest lessons. And I think there's now like 15 or up to 20 different courses. So anyways, that's reinventingthetattoo.com, guyaitchison.com. Please leave your positive reviews out there in the public and tag your artist friends to help us get the word out. Constructive criticisms, and if you'd like to host a Reinventing event or sponsor the community, then send an email over to management@reinventingthetattoo.com. Okay, I am going to hop in the background here now and bring everybody else in. I think Renee may have
Ready paint
dropped off.
Is that where you were going with this? Ready paint? 3, 2,
Ready
1,
paint?
go.
We are ready to paint. We're also ready to get Renee back in. We lost our hostess. I wonder if her power died, but we'll get her back. Hey, Kyle, how are you? You're back. Kyle, can we hear you?
Yes, hello.
Hello, Kyle.
Fantastic. Hey, Kyle, would it work if I made you the host so that when people tried to beam in, you could let them into through the waiting room?
Yeah, that's fine.
That would be awesome. Okay. And I'm going to make host. So you are now the host, Kyle. Thank you very much. I'm going to both test, make sure this is working, and then also see if we could beam with Renee back in.
You're my hero, Kyle.
Hey, you're my hero, Jason.
Oh, stop.
We can go to the hero convention.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All I'm saying is look a little higher. Aim for the moon, or what is it? Aim for the stars, and if you don't make it to the stars, at least you land on the moon. And I know we're close.
That would be incredibly good odds. Well, like, what are the odds if you're just shooting for the stars of actually hitting the moon? I mean, that's pretty stellar. That's stellar odds, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'd play the lottery if that happened.
Well, they also say not to meet your heroes, so.
Very true. And I don't think we've ever met.
I think vaguely once.
And actually, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because I've met a few of my heroes and they're just really cool people.
Yeah, I think with that, it definitely just it's a person to person kind of thing, whether if they're a cool person.
It's kind of hit or miss. Maybe the saying should be, don't meet 10 of your heroes because 8 of them will be assholes, but 2 will be really cool.
Very true.
And that's, I mean, I guess, hey, Renee, how goes it? If you could just turn your phone sideways.
Oh, I just had it. Hello, sorry everybody. I just tried to turn it down and it like totally booted me out of everything.
Awesome.
There we go.
I can't wait to make the super cut of just saying, can you turn your phone sideways? Can you turn your phone sideways? Could you turn your phone sideways? Turn your phone sideways. Hey, could you please turn your phone sideways?
It's gonna be 8 minutes of Gabe saying that.
It just does what it wants, Gabe. It's not even
I can't even help myself. Sometimes, I'm out on my walk in the middle of the woods and I'm tuning in and I see it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm calling in just to be like, can you turn your phone sideways? I'm going to hop on over to my other line here and let you guys go. Do you have is there any topics today to start the conversation, or how are we starting this, Renee?
Oh, I was just going to kind of talk about how the material is used and if my angle sucks for anyone to tell me so, but I think it looks all right. All right, cool. Using oil today because ever since the plein air event or the New Hampshire event, I've been really kind of sparked a little bit of joy in me that I haven't felt in a while, and I want to finish up these darn octopus paintings I've been working on forever, but they are oil and they take lots and lots of time and layers. But I think I learned a lot of stuff at that event that's definitely new. So I'm going to try some stuff. I've been trying some stuff out. Using all Gamblin oils, it looks like, for the most part. And I have a solvent-free gel that I've introduced into my charcuterie board of art stuff. And I also am using refined linseed oil, and that's kind of my mixers and solvents. And it looks like I was using a walnut oil, so I'm just scrapping that because it takes forever to dry. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see, who's here? Yvette, Jasmine. Hey, what's going on? I can't hear anybody else.
I'm right here. I'm just trying
Jasmine
to be
is
polite.
not
Here
yet.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Yeah, how are you? What are you
I'm
doing?
doing well. I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
Life is
Nice.
grand.
Life is grand. You're telling me about your cool palette setup, and I'm like using a drawer of my. I think this is what everyone does.
If it works, in my opinion, that's part of being an artist. If it works, it works.
Oh, right. There's an arts festival going on down the street from the studio, and there was this cute little plein air dude, and I was just like spying on his setup so hard because it was so cool. He literally just had a tripod, and then he cut a flat piece of wood with almost like an E shape inside the wood, so it would like go over the tripod and like adjust between the 3 legs, and then just his whole setup was really smart. I get obsessed with setup. And I think it was me and Ricardo, we both got the same pache boxes for the event. Because, I like do watercolor plein air. I don't really do oil a whole lot. And man, was that like a surreal difference, because I brought this pache box and we were both just bitching about it the whole time. This thing it just sucked. I mean, there's cool things about it, but it's like they just missed the mark on some of them. So I think I'm going to fuck with it and adjust it, but there's so much easier ways to I think like making a custom hachette box is like way better than trying to just buy one because it has like so many things going on with it. Like I like to be a
real
little
quick,
bit more streamlined.
Kyle, could you put your Zoom on gallery mode?
Oh yes.
Because you're beaming out. You're the guy that's beaming out, and otherwise it just flashes around when people are talking, which is usually okay, except for the fact that when somebody posts up a really cool painting and then everyone else is talking about it, then Zoom will show everybody except for the actual painting. Jasmine, real quick before you get too settled, do you turn your phone sideways?
Yeah, you're just talking about that. Yep. This is my
8
first
minutes
Zoom
and 2
meeting,
seconds.
so.
Yep.
That's your initiation.
Yeah, if Gabe hasn't yelled at you for turning your phone sideways, you're not in the cool kids club.
Yeah. How you
Nice.
doing, milady?
Oh, God help us all if I have
Good.
anything to do with a cool kids club. Good Lord, no.
What we're the cool kids club. Don't ruin my dream here. I feel like that's like I was never the cool kids club. I was more of the we're not sure about those ones club.
Nah, I see you being
Oh,
more
yeah,
of
I just
the
got
I'm
kicked to
too
the,
cool for the cool kids club. That's
Oh, you were too cool for school?
No, that's where I'm
Oh.
saying that's where you were.
Oh no. I mean, I was just fucking out there real young. I was like 50 leagues down under or out into outer space. Like as young girls were like out trying to judge me for like not having the cool purse or the cool shoes. I wasn't even paying attention to them. I was like, what? It was really hard actually to try to get me because I was just not caring. I was not like caring about that stuff at all. I was such a little weirder kid, but I think it saved me a lot of grief.
I was that kid you could find in high school walking around with tattoo magazines being like, yo, take a look at this one.
Oh, you're a cool kid.
No, I was the
Yeah,
one
I think
trying
you're
to
cool
be
if you
friends
did
with
that.
everyone.
Yeah, you're cool. Those kids were always like, ooh, and they like metal. Did you like a lot of metal?
Well, I mean, I think we all went through like that kind of like a grungy goth like metal phase.
To your site.
I'm still in that.
Take people from your
Well,
site
yeah.
and send them off the site.
I mean, I definitely went through it. That's for sure. I've
I
got
don't think
pictures
I've
to
ever
prove
looked.
it.
Yeah, this is me last weekend.
Yeah, right.
I went through the new age equivalent of that, which is the emo phase. So I
Ah,
definitely
yes.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was like orgy and like
Oh yeah,
this
this
Who
was
was
Orgy
Manson,
corn.
Yep, garage or garbage. It's like garbage.
Yeah.
Garbagio. Even like a little. I was also like into like the female, like Lilith Fair thing going on. I still really like PJ Harvey. She was pretty brutal. And I love like female punk and like avant-garde weird shit, and that's just PJ Harvey 100%. But yeah, I think that was like right before. I think really like if you look at Orgy, if you really look at them, and Savage Garden. You can see where
Savage Garden was a big one at the
emo
time.
happening.
I remember that.
Yeah, you can see emo forming. It was like it all started with like the Swoop Bangs, and then it just.
Let's see.
grew
Goo Goo
from
Dolls
there.
were big at the time, but that was more like pop.
Yeah, that was like pop for sure. Oh, do you remember Silverchair?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, I do.
Shit. Oh my god, I think I have them on vinyl.
Really?
Kyle, you need to look up Silverchair.
What was it?
Silverchair.
Silverchair.
Look that shit up. Yeah, what is it? Anna's song? He talked about like fucking killing himself and stuff. It's brutal. But it's a good song.
Yeah, this was the post grunge yet pre emo phase of rock music.
Yeah. Pre Adderall.
Yeah.
Who's this that we're talking about? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, we're talking about pre emo, pre Adderall,
You're not talking about fucking
Post-grunge.
Morrissey, are you?
Post Seattle.
No, like Silverchair and like fucking Orgy.
and early Corn.
Oh, I missed all that.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit was
yeah.
in there.
That was in my blind spot.
You know, if people are willing to admit that they actually listen to Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I did. I know. I actually know some things lyric for lyric because
Just Google the Family
Mhm.
Values tour, and that was like everyone in that scene.
oh yeah, like all the hip hop guys that were coming out with that too.
Everyone. I mean, that was right back when Eminem got his start.
Oh wait, didn't they do that tour?
Yeah,
I want to
they
say
were part of the
did.
Family Values tour.
Oh shit. I didn't think of
Ozzy was
Yeah.
in there.
that. Yeah.
Corn,
I
Limp
was supposed
Bizkit,
to see
Metallica
it,
was
but
in
they-
it.
Oh.
Early Manson. I mean, there were a lot of people.
Yeah,
that
that was
were
like a
part of
little
that
wave
tour.
before emo happened, and then emo happened, and we're all like, oh.
It's like, wait, we've been doing this wrong.
No, I fucking hated it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I was
Did
like,
somebody
totally
say
like,
emo?
yeah, like.
Speaking of
What's
Mr.
happening?
Emo,
Oh, you had an
I'm
emo phase
sorry.
too, Ricardo?
No, no emo face for me.
Ricardo never
Oh,
grew
thank
out of it.
God.
Yeah, yeah. I think I started it. I think I
You
started
did.
it.
You were the pioneer of it. I remember that.
You have the fashion bangs?
My life is one giant black room, dark room, right? That's what it was.
This was back in the period of time where MTV actually showed music videos, and it was all about who was going to be the new MTV VJ that year. Yeah, those were the days.
You knew it was dying because by the time I was checking that out, they only showed it at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Remember
Yeah.
Jesse Camp?
Our lives were taboo. Do you remember what was it, the strange sex things that they had on MTV? What was it?
Real Sex. It was called
Real sex. Yeah, I remember that as like a child. Like I don't know, just being like, oh, that's interesting. And that was, I think, more risque than things we do publicly now. And that was just like on TV. Thanks, MTV.
They literally shaped an entire generation.
Yeah, some weird fucks. But that's all right.
I blame MTV for the reasons why I am the way I am.
I blame Paula Dean, MTV, Billy Corgan.
Oh, Billy.
Billy, the Bush administration. And yeah, I blame all of that for how I am. All of that.
And just to think, without any of that, you wouldn't be who you are today.
I blame Dire Straits.
Oh man.
Ooh,
Yes,
dang.
good one.
That's a good one, nerd. Oh, it is good. It's really good though. I actually love. If you catch me drunk in Florida and listen to Dire Straits, you know it's on. I'm having a good time.
Get your
What do you guys, speaking of music, what do you guys think of the music at the tattoo conventions? Is that something you guys you're done with, or you get blasted out of? Or?
I'm done. I mean, I'm from the legacy of when we would sneak in our own subwoofers and like compete, you know, but I don't know. I don't like silence.
Yep.
And I also don't like someone screaming and talking all the time. So I don't know what the happy medium is for that.
That's part of the
Headphones.
reason why at a lot of shows nowadays, you see a lot of artists putting in their own headphones.
Oh, I know. And I have a secret. I will put in my headphones, but not be listening to anything. So
yeah, it just kind of kills some of the background noise.
yeah, just kill some of it. People like usually don't disturb me as much because they're like, oh, she's got headphones in, but I can hear my client because that's what I worry about. I like to keep in touch with my client the entire time as much as I can. Because cool.
You're hitting Hell City, right? Who's going to Hell City?
Yes. Me.
I'll be there.
I'm going to both of them. Who else?
I mean, I was trying to work at it this year, but that kind of fell through at the last minute. So I will not be working at
Maybe you'll
House
be
City
there.
Columbus,
Are
and
you
I'm still
coming out,
kind of
or-
on the fence about Phoenix. So
I got my room for Phoenix already. Whoop, whoop. I'm ready.
Nice.
yeah, I have to figure out what's going on. My mom's 70th birthday is that weekend.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so I'm still trying to like figure out travel plans for everything.
She might disown
'Cause-
you if you don't make that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, there's always next year. It's not like I think, Hell City's going to not be going on next year. So
Oh, you don't ever want to,
I
as a
mean-
convention promoter, you might never want to take it for granted.
this is true. This is true. Look at
Yeah.
London.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we did just like go through a pandemic where things didn't happen for 3 years. So we could blow up at any second, Jason.
And Derb's, we've got very successful other ventures too that are probably a lot less.
Why a
well-known.
company.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mostly, I just never would say that's just because that's actually it is just not true. Sometimes there are lots of good conventions, and Hell City's, not unlike any other. I mean, any other show. It's going to be a badass one, but hopefully it lasts a very, very long time. But I just want to take it for granted.
No, as soon as I like started doing it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love. Have I not done this sooner? Well, I know reasons. I know why I haven't done it sooner, but I'm sad that I haven't done it sooner.
Derbs just has a real good sense of detail. So like every nook and cranny of Hell City is, Hell City, and it's got the right vibe, it's got the right energy, and
oh yeah, it's got good
I'm
vibes.
fucking psyched, but yeah.
Yeah. And now that I like know people more too, I'm gonna be really excited. Like now that I'm like, oh, I got friends.
Yep. And the wet paint project's gonna be there. They got a bunch of sick painters coming.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm pretty excited about that too. I saw that I did get. I know I'm gonna enter some pieces. Like I'm gonna like bring a bunch of paintings with me.
Awesome.
I'm actually hoping to bring this one.
I can't.
I'm working on now.
That's going to be awesome.
I hope so. It's like half done. So like all of this is
Kyle,
done.
sorry, real quick, Kyle. Could you just make sure you're checking the weight room?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kyle.
Problem.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I'm heading up to the first Deadly Tattoo Convention in Calgary
Nice.
in June. And the lineup for that is looking amazing.
Oh, stellar. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to schedule some time to sit down with a whole host of people like Steve Moore, James Tax, Phibbs, and get some interviews, some good like recorded interviews in while I'm there.
Sweet.
Oh,
Fucking
that'd be
Steve
cool.
Moore
James
is
Tex is
fucking
like,
so cool.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
James Tex.
Yeah. James,
Oh, that guy's
I'm also
colors
getting
so
tattooed
rad.
that Sunday by Chris Dunn. So
Oh, cool. That's
yeah,
lucky.
really excited for that.
we did,
I'm
Steve Moore did
gonna be hosting. Oh, go ahead.
I was just say Steve Moore did a seminar and
Yeah, we lost half of that, Gabe.
We lost it. We lost all of it.
There she is. Hi, Kier.
Oh, hey,
Heyo.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello.
She
Speaking
is
of Satan.
alive. See, I told you she was alive.
Hello.
He's alive. Hey,
Hi, everybody. I missed you guys. Hello.
how you been, dude?
Good. Really busy. Living my life. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh, we all have the ups and downs, but that's why we have
Are you too
art,
busy
so-
tattooing? You need any more tattoos?
I mean, yeah, I could always use more. We've been doing good. Our shop's been really busy.
That's good.
But the college students are about to leave soon, so we're taking a little downhill slope. But usually in the summer we pick back up.
I'll send people over there. I fell back into the routine of just prank calling people. Actually, I'm not prank answering people. But when my phone rings and it's people looking for tattoos, you know, well, again, like, so at some point I stopped sending them around, so I'll point them over to your direction. Wanderlust in Amherst. Wanderlust in Amherst, yes.
Yeah, that's my studio. Is Wanderlust in Amherst, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Nice little spot.
I've been seeing you. You've been posting a lot of work. It's been looking really nice.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice. I don't have to think as hard as I used to. So.
Mhm. Yeah, it looks like it's coming a little bit more freely with you. Like your line work has been looking really nice.
Yeah, I definitely blame the very tiny stuff that I do in between the nice bigger stuff. So that's all to blame.
Yeah.
It's all coming in handy.
Can I just
Oh, it
tell you
does.
how impressed I am with where you started, you know, even a year ago today and where you're at now? Like, that's just awesome.
Thank you.
Jeez, Jason. Yeah.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
it's with the help of all you guys. So, you know, it takes a village to raise somebody. So, you know, thank all of you guys.
Oh.
So, but
Well,
I mean,
thanks for being a good trooper. You know,
You're the one that put in all the work.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You think, actually, well, I told my apprentice about you because you just think a little bit more outside the box about what you can and cannot do. And that's an invaluable skill that a lot of people don't have because they're like, oh, I'm in this box. This is my parameters, which I have to stay and live by, and I am ruled by. But you're able to kind of see out outwardly, and that's important for like your longevity of your career. So good job, man. Like, that's about it. You know, we're all workaholics, but are we doing good things that actually help our future? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think like, especially during your apprenticeship and stuff, like you're going to be as much of a workaholic as you can, you know, call it. I mean, I think
you got to, yeah.
I think this year I can't really call myself like a workaholic. I've really been more relaxed and getting into like a rhythm and taking a lot more time to just chill, go outside, go adventure, go get a hobby, you know, live my life a little. So
you're not alone there, bro.
Yeah, I think after everything all the hard work that I did, I think this year is an okay year just to take that year off just to backpack through Europe or something. But really, I'm just getting a hobby.
Oh, hobby. You mean like doing other tattoo related things, right?
That's what I thought at first, but then nobody said that wasn't a real, like, it is a hobby, but not a real hobby. It's still at work related. So I had to go find something else to do. So, but it's nice. It was a battle at first to not work as much as I burn out, but now I'm getting into my rhythm and it's nice. And I think every artist should do that every once in a while.
Getting into a rhythm
absolutely.
is very, very important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about everyone else. I mean, I know we've all had our individual like responses to the last like couple of years, but I've like definitely like if you look at 2019 workload and energy load and as much as I was multitasking and doing to now, it's dropped considerably. Just because I felt myself, like I've already had a burnout, you know, I think I like 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years, I had a burnout tattooing. And this year I've totally just been chilling. Like I've been vibing as
a good way to put it.
Say. I've just been like, you know what? I need to feel my own heart rhythm in this fucking clusterfuck of crazy.
Yeah.
And if not, I'm going to drown. And I can't drown because I love my career. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually just go a little slower and cruise for a bit. I know like I could be going high speed, but I just don't need to, you know? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's good to simmer, you know, it's good for your engine, as they say.
Yeah. But it's exciting. I joined a studio down the street from me. They do like like those anatomy drawings and stuff, like those live model drawings and stuff. And so I joined that like last week. So we're gonna start doing that like twice a week, doing live model drawings and stuff, and really delving into the anatomy thing.
Yay! All that's beneficial.
Right, very beneficial. I was definitely very humbled at first because very difficult to do. But it was cool. It's everything's starting to open up again, and like restrictions are starting to lift, and like events are actually happening. So I'm like, wow, this is actually really nice. Just vibing. You're right, Renee. Just
vibing. Just vibing. We got to vibe after all that bullshit we went through. We just got to vibe. And it's still a little bullshitty. That's okay. We just got to vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's been my mantra for a while.
Exactly. And how much easier it is to produce compositions when you're just vibing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Painting has always been my way to like get through stress. But I mean, especially now, I've been like, oh my God, like I need the outlet, because I don't, my health has been a little interesting. So I've been relying on painting even more so lately, just because I am a runner and I haven't been able to run in a hot second. It's been kind of a weird thing, but painting is painting, arting, creating, crafting, any of that stuff. That's how I get the vibe out. Because when you're doing it, you're so fixated, So I'm glad that you're coming back to us, because use this as therapy. Vibe with us. Paint night with me. Much vibing.
Oh, anytime
that's like
vibing.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, come vibe with me anytime. Are you going to try to go to Hell City just even like as an observer? You guys should still come as like and observe.
I will. I have been thinking about it because what happened with the last Philadelphia convention was that I told myself this year that we're gonna like try and hone down on the financial aspects of things and just try not to travel as much. And then it wasn't until I saw everybody posting that they were at Philadelphia that I was like, dang man, I wish I went just to say hi. So
yeah.
now it's happening again.
We might be. I'm going to be driving. Sorry, I was just going to say I'm driving from the area here out. I'll probably have my daughter with me too, Cecilia. So if you want to hop on,
Cecilia.
Yeah, she's. I'm wicked psyched. I'm presuming she's going to come. She says that she was interested, so it'll be fun for her to catch up with everybody.
Do some carpooling.
Mm-hmm.
The offer is out there.
I just actually got my flights today, and they're pretty nice. I like fly out late on Tuesday, so I figured if I can paint or anything like that with anybody, or I know George says there's lots of trails, and Fawn says there's lots of like nice hiking trails too. So I don't want to miss out on that because that sounds fun. But
yes,
yeah, I'm excited.
I'd probably catch up a Red Tree the day after too. I know that
yes,
a good chunk of people will be hanging there too.
Oh yeah. Fawn was like, oh, there's gonna be like everyone's in town. I know it'll be chaotic, but I'm sure there'll be like subgroups doing all kinds of things. So I figured, fuck it, I'll just take an extra day and see what happens.
Fun.
Go on an adventure.
Definitely one of my favorite parts of running the tattoo gathering is like the 2 to 3 weeks before and the 2 to 3 weeks after were always like super parties. Woo.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because everyone's in town, like I'm excited this year. I'm the host of the Villain Arts, the OKC Villain Arts one. And but I'm like, I'm getting prepared. Like, okay, like this is going to be a lot of people, and a lot of them know me really well too.
Yeah, sure.
Like, because I've ran with the Villain Arts crew for so long.
Awesome.
So it'll be people I haven't seen in forever. Some of them since before the pandemic. Like.
And when's this? What's the date?
That's June 9th. I'm gonna have an open house party at Goldfin Gallery in downtown Oklahoma City. and everything comfy for an artist getting off of a flight. Some music, some vibes, some good food, maybe some booze. And yeah, if anybody needs a guest spot too, that'll be open. I'm sure everyone's going to be super, super busy at the show, but I have a free space for a guest artist. So if anybody wants to come out even to that, just to hang out and see the studio, it's like perfect timing because they'll be set up for guests like 100%. I don't think I'm even going to be tattooing until I tattoo at the convention. So I want to make
Renee,
sure.
you said that's in June.
Yeah, it's June 9th. And it'll be like
Nice.
our first open house since the pandemic. And so oh my gosh, I have been on a whirlwind of getting the shop done. Like, because even beginning of the year, it was like 95% done, and then I got COVID. And so now it's like 95. It's like 96% done. And I'm so excited. It's gorgeous.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a few of the pictures, and yeah, it's definitely pretty aesthetic.
Oh, thanks, man.
all the
I'm very much
vintage.
Yeah, I'm kind of an addict about, like, that's another art form I like, is like interior design stuff,
Oh, it's definitely an art form. I struggle pretty hard with the interior design stuff. It's hard to curate a space that like just has that vibe,
Mhm.
So
And then have
important,
people Oh
Mhm.
yeah, and to have people actually use the space, what I learned,
Mm.
like you can do all kinds of cool vibey shit, but if it's not user friendly, no one will use it.
Yeah.
And so it took me a really long time to realize, what do people actually want to use? And like, so I got rid of all, the one thing that was weird is I got rid of all like normal tables except for our light table. And everyone just eats at bar tops. Like no one truly likes to sit down as a tattooer. Like we like to like kind of stand like and eat, but yet sit a little, and then we go like on to the next tattoo. So that was like, I had all these tables that like no one was using. As soon as I just started making bar tops and giving them cool epoxy tops, and now people I don't know, it's a little bit more freeing for people to just do their thing. And now I've it's weird. It's weird psychology stuff.
Oh, it's 100%. Like my wife teaches infants, right? So a large part of what she does is sets the environment. And, it's the environment as a teacher. So it's like every inch of the tattoo studio, any studio, should be intentional about moving the ball forward with that experience. And if anything is not intentional, it's literally haphazard. It might be cool or whatever, but it's not necessarily working in concert with the experience, right? And or the education. So yeah, you could really use your environment. You think about like Paul Booth or like some of the real the studios that have a real strong voice, and it's like they're using the environment. And then again, obviously you've seen the pictures. You're very intentional about what you're talking about. And, but it's just really good to put that label on it: environment as a teacher. And like as far as finding your aesthetics, I mean, a lot of that kind of could or should have to do with your brand, your colors, your logo, your feel, the values or whatever. But if you kind of filter some of that, creativity, but then again, just intentionally into delivering an experience that's educating your clientele, or doing something, or putting them at ease. And I'll just riff off this a little bit more. I talk about it in the business class a lot. Just getting direct feedback from your clients is one of the best ways to know what to change. And so, for instance, we were jamming. We were already fucking killing it by the time we started doing routine. We always kind of asked people, how'd you have your experience, et cetera, when they were leaving, kind of ad hoc. And then we started to make it via emails afterwards. We were getting some more feedback. Eventually, we ended up with like texting everybody like an hour afterwards. Anyways, point is, as soon as we started emailing people and saying, hey, what was your experience like? We asked them a couple of questions. Some of them we had already asked them in person, but when we asked them in email, they were a little bit more honest with us. And it was funny, man. It was amazing. There was one, I remember the first month, it was like, someone was like, I wish you had coffee. And I'm like, motherfucker, you had to walk by the coffee machine to get to the tattoo. Like, we have a coffee machine, like it's right there. And then I thought about it, I'm like, cool down, breathe for 20 seconds. Don't let your initial anger and reactions be what guides you. And then I was like, oh, I guess we never tell anybody.
Yep.
So then on our entrance, our bullet points for our entrance script, was we added, and don't forget to mention we've got coffee right there in the corner. So then all of a sudden, no one was asking, or everyone was being offered coffee, whether you liked it or not. You felt warm and fuzzy inside. And then a couple months later, I'll wrap it up real quick. It happened again. Someone was like, I wish you guys had candy. I'm like, I fucking eat like 3 pounds of chocolate a day from the snack bin. We have snacks. And I guess we just wait for somebody to pass out really before we give it to them, or maybe they walk by. Now that we have people 2 or 3 times a day that just offer it takes 5 minutes to offer everybody fucking candy. And that feedback mixed with the environment, to your point, like even if you have the stuff set up in the environment, you have to connect all the dots or all of the things of a circuit to make it work, because otherwise you actually have coffee and snacks and people are like, oh, that was a fucking world-class experience. If only they had snacks and coffee. I didn't but anyway,
right, but they're like sitting there the whole time. No, I agree. And actually you're making my gears turn and think about like, ooh, maybe this is a seminar. Because like everything has to be really intentional. And for a long time, people didn't know what I was doing. And I always told them like, I'm staging, one for safety and for client use, because like, you would be surprised even like of how important it is to stage like your furniture and things like that for like common relaxed flow, because people are awkward, and even how you put your angles of like your walkways and stuff can make people feel either really comforted or really awkward. And like if you're like, I've just been pulled to go at the airport, that design was actually like a study from Temple Grandin, which like she did a whole study on like how to corral cows and make them feel safe and like secure before they're being,
slaughtered.
Yeah, I was like executed.
They're given to the higher power.
At least, went to their greater cow in the sky. But her whole study like really, really helped like how to move people and to move creatures so they feel at least like they're not under a lot of stress. And so I was obsessed with this. Like I noticed when I opened up my business, like our ceilings are super, super tall. And
awesome.
it was all open air, and people would walk in and I would just see their face and be like, holy shit, like they didn't know where to look. It was too grand. So as soon as like now when you open the door, you see nothing but like an entry wall that describes to you what Goldfang Gallery is. And then it has a hand sanitizer bottle, and then it makes you walk like down a path, and that's the gallery. So you have to walk like calmly, and it gives people to like chill. It gives people a moment like from getting outside to their car to like accept the introduction of going, then to the front counter where they're like greeted, and it gives them that second, which I think is really, really important for people getting tattooed the way they are here, just because like we have them for so long. Like they really feel like they're entering like a whole different universe kind of thing, which cool. I try to do.
Do you play some Black Sabbath?
I try. Yeah, I try.
You play Black Sabbath while they're walking in there, or?
I mean, sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are there speakers there?
What?
Do you have speakers in the walkway?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like 2022, man. Like Black Sabbath is like easy listening.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's like chill stuff now.
They play Black Sabbath right after Lionel Richie.
Oh
yeah,
man.
like Neil Young, Black Sabbath. Yeah. What are you talking about?
You guys are crazy.
You just aged yourself so bad.
Oh, dude, it's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, Black Sabbath is chill as fuck. People are like, yeah. No, I had like some fucking Russian circles radio on Spotify going. And my one of my clients came in, he was like, yeah, I get it, like acid jazz, what did he call it? Acid jazz dad band or something. And I was like,
That's a vibe.
yeah, like it was just ambient metal, bro.
Your tattoo now costs $8,000, please.
Yeah, no, we have like a central. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna, after we finish up with music, I was wondering, I haven't caught up with Jasmine since the Inspiring Tour, wondering if how's it gone with the guest spot and whatnot, but let's finish up with music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I want to know too. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done with music. I want to know how that guest spot was too for you.
Oh yeah. Guest spot was excellent. That was in Portland, Maine, Dark Harbor Tattoo. First of all, that shop was really, really awesome. One of the cooler shops I've ever been on. They had some really good form and function there, like we were just talking about. It wasn't too overwhelming. You kind of walk in and there's like a nice staircase. You know, you can't just barge into the studio. You have to call ahead and be let in. And plants everywhere. Not too open, but it was beautiful. It was really cool, and everybody was so nice. Everybody was really, really friendly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, super awesome. I'm glad you had
some
a
really
good
talented
time.
artists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Met
Did you guys
a
do
whole
some
lot of
cool
really
tats?
cool people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I did
Did
a
you
really
get to
nice
do any-
anatomical heart tattoo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
it
even
was-
better.
Yeah, it was rad.
Oh, that's good. I that's always good to hear. Like, I think guest spots are getting more vibier because I think everyone honestly is trying to find a good vibe. Like, the only reason I think I own my own shop is because I couldn't find a good vibe, you know, in this whole city, I couldn't find a good vibe. So I was like, fuck this, I know how to make a vibe.
Yeah.
And then we'd be vibing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it is right. Like every time I would go to a new guest spot, I would take notes about what I liked and did not like about the shops. And everything was like too bad, but it was just more like I took notes for like what I would like to implement, you know, one day to my own. Because like half the things that I have is from like my apprentice is trained to go around like midway through the tattoo, including like the beginning of the tattoo, and ask the client if they want anything to drink or any snacks or candy or anything like that. Perfect. You know, and every little walkway I have is like measured to a fine point of that, just like walking people through so they feel comfortable and everything's well lit. But it's still vibey as all hell. Like, how do you make a dark vampire palace and be ADAH compliant? I can tell you how. You know, like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm still trying to keep the eco-friendly thing. And so I have a lot of like solar light sensors, like all kinds of stuff. So I have a lot of stuff where you like walk up to something and then it turns on. So that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but I love that. I'm glad that you had a good experience there.
Oh, it was awesome. Maine left the best impression on me.
Maine is gorgeous.
So nice. Portland was awesome. The city's so old.
Yeah.
The architecture's so beautiful. I'm glad that it wasn't icy walking on those sidewalks.
Oh yeah.
Because they're pretty intense, windy brick sidewalks, real steep, uneven, but it really added to the charm since it wasn't too icy. Yeah, it was nice.
I know, I felt bad that I left so early. I would have loved to have like seen more of Maine, but oh my God, that was like the longest I can like stay. Like 4 days is like my cap, you know. I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta go.
I wish that I'd spent one more day like with leisure time and one less day with working, because my ratio got a little skewed there. But next time.
Right, it's hard to get back in your groove of things. I'm actually realizing after that event, I'm glad that I'm like, I feel like the events that I'm like, you know, like what we did, the Inspired Tour. I feel like these have been a really good test to see like where my mind and body are at for the rest of the year and traveling. Like I'm already realizing I have to cancel a guest art, like a guest spot, because I like looked at like, okay, I'm going to convention this week and then I'm going here. And I'm like, I don't think I'll make it. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I will just get back in the groove or if I'm just like getting more set in my ways but I mean, shit, my legs hurt so bad after all those flights. And I was just like, I don't know. I've got cute cats. Don't want to leave them. But yeah, but the guest artist things are a lot easier though than conventions for sure. Like
I like
just getting to
the
know
one-on-one
them.
about. I really like the
Mhm.
one-on-one for guest spots. You know, I feel like I absorb a little bit more, and then the connection's a little bit more real between the artists that are hosting.
Yeah.
It's a little more comfortable for sure too, not having to lug so much stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Conventions. Convention packing. That's gonna be a fun day with my apprentice. We're getting there. She actually, if anyone's gonna go to the Hell City in Arizona, I'm gonna bring Meg with me. I think Hell City Columbus will be too much for her first one. So I'm not distracted. I'm just gonna brave it and do me. But I'll be there with I'm Jesse Yonker. So everyone come over and say hello to us.
Nice.
Jesse does really cool. I don't know. Okay, what do we call it? It's more of like everyone's working from kind of like like a collage of pop art.
Yeah, I
calling
mean,
that-
collage pop art.
Is that what we're
It's
calling
like
it?
that. I'm trying to, or is it like a mashup or something? There's probably a European
Something-
word for it.
That's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
because so many of my friends do it. I don't even know what to call it.
I'm trying to like, it's not the trash polka, it's just the dark stuff.
No.
This is like the more of with like the colorful different styles that are thrown in. It was
Yeah,
this would
like
be a good one to
things
ask in the
just
chat
cut
room.
in
Like
half
who
with
are the
stuff
first
in-
Europeans?
Right.
It
Definitely spawned from them. But Jesse is proficient in it.
He just did a fucking collab with somebody too recently, or he was going to.
Yeah,
That was
he does
pretty
them
sick.
a lot. Yeah.
This is
He does them a
the
lot.
Mohawk Jesse guy.
Yeah. Jesse's been buzzed with me for a hot minute, and we were supposed to do Hell City together, before, COVID and stuff. So we're glad we finally get to do it together.
Oh, it's trying to get me to go to Instagram, but my computer's or my phone's like, fuck you. Oh well.
No. Everyone look up his stuff. It's dope.
Yeah, that's what's cool.
And it's Mohawk Jesse on the Instagram. But I'll be here. I'll be there with him, and I think I'm basically working on 3 people for the whole weekend. That's it. And I just kind of want to utilize the convention as much as I can for who's going to be there.
Yeah, shit's sick. I'm looking at it. It's so this. I mean, it's basically like really saturated surreal, right? It's like surreal,
Yeah,
but it's like full on collagey a little bit, but like kind of reminds Saga. Do you guys everybody know Saga? Who? Yeah, that guy's fucking another guy. That's another.
Oh, that I've seen that guy tattooed at the Tahoe convention. Holy shit!
Yeah,
he did an entire leg in 3 days.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. I've seen that stuff healed too, and it's like,
he's super nice.
I swear the pictures look like there's no way that it could look like that in real life. But then you see the shit in real life, and you're like, oh, I don't know what to say except for that looks better in the real life than it did in the picture. It looks pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's
it's
really
the
nice.
way
He's a
that
really
they
cool guy, really
simplify.
smiley.
Oh yes, that
Yeah.
is super, super nice. Yeah, I think he was there with his girl at the time, and they were just sweet as all hell. Like, I mean, even a little old May, they were pretty really nice.
Yeah, very
but
smiley.
Yeah, he works.
Something about Canada,
so
go
fast.
figure.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Canada, go figure.
that makes sense. That's why I love Canadians. They're smiley like me.
I actually just got done watching an entire, I think it's like an 8 or a 9-part video series on Canadian tattooing.
Oh yeah.
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Canadian tattooers. I mean, James Stacks.
Yeah, they recently did that. I saw that go through the YouTube sphere. What was the title of it? What was it called?
It was, give me 1 second and I'll look it back up real quick. It's in my YouTube.
One Mississippi.
Mhm.
2 Mississippi. 3.
Is it
I'm
on
just waiting on
YouTube or is it
YouTube to load
online?
now.
Okay, it's on YouTube.
Let's see. It was called.
Maybe I wonder if I kind of put it together. Somebody put it together.
Hold Fast, Stay Gold.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a whole tattoo series on like the evolution of Canadian tattooing. They do little bits of interviews. Like there's little snippets from people like James Tex, Steve Moore, a whole bunch of other guys. And it was all about how that tattoo scene up in Canada kind of evolved to what it is today.
Yeah, because it's pretty good.
And the varying influences that were there, like Ed Hardy's start was actually in Canada. It wasn't in the US. Right.
Oh.
So he went over there to learn how to tattoo, did his first few years doing it up there, and then moved back down to San Francisco.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Not many people do.
Well, that's some weird history there. But, I mean, still, regardless, like the amount of, just the current stuff that's going on there is, some really good tattoo work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have been.
I'm
absolutely
partial.
crushing
I really like Canada, anyways. It's cool. Canada's pretty cool.
That's why I'm super excited to go up for the Deadly show.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And it's not like I'm working at it or anything. I'm just going up there because I love all those artists and I just want to go and be around them and get some notes and do some interviews and talk to some people, get tattooed.
I did that with, well, I didn't do any interviews, but I guess I kind of did. I had a surreal experience at the Toronto convention way back. And actually, I think it was in my 6th year tattooing. I haven't been tattooing long, but I already had quite an experience with my apprenticeship. That my friend Troy, Temple, and Aaron took me to Toronto so I could kind of get my head out of my ass. And man, whoa, like the submergence in such high quality talent and ethic and art and like old boys like brought me back from the dead. And maybe that's some advice if anyone really loses sight of their career and what the fuck they're doing. Like just go to a huge event like that and talk to people and like just see a different outlet or a different way that people are doing it. Because I just didn't realize like there were so many actual artists in my industry at that time. I was feeling like really like, I don't know if I can just like keep doing this. Like I felt like I was suffocating myself for my art career. And so they were like, no, you just need to be around it. And they were right. I needed to, but the Toronto one was awesome.
So just real quick, is Megan Elferink
yes.
a camera pointing at something, or is that a new person joining?
Oh no, I'm here.
I see. Yeah.
How are you?
I see your cowboy.
Yes, it's a cowboy.
You lonesome on the trail?
Always.
On the Oklahoman Trail.
It looks pretty nice. Can you flip it around?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
wow.
killer. Looky there.
That's looking nice.
Thank you.
Sorry for not seeing you before I closed myself up in the room.
It's okay.
I like looked around. I was like, okay. Cece's jamming out there, so I've shut my door.
Oh boy.
Yeah. See, okay, there's music all over my studio. So the one last thing I got to do is actually I'm taking a different room that's in the library, and it's like a secret door type room, but I'm making it into like a soundproof area that I can like record and do stuff, because my room, you can still probably hear music in the background. It's like boom, 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 boom. We party. It gets pretty loud.
Full on disco ball.
Actually, yes. Yes, we do. It's in Cece's room, but yes, we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're pretty fun. Yeah.
You
I've never been one. We've never been like a party shop, but individually we have all like party together. If that makes any sense. Like we all just like to have fun with one another when we can, which is pretty cool, I think. What's everyone doing? Let's see. I want to see what everybody's doing.
So Kyle, you, I believe, could spotlight for everybody.
Yeah. I'll just go down the row. So we got Jason up first.
Don't know how well you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, but
You got a pretty good shot.
See if I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just working on like doing some light gray lines. I don't know why it just cut out most of the light on that, but
That's killer, man.
yeah, just kind of going through, doing some more definition in some of these tiny little veins using like one of the smallest liners I have. Just doing some light gray lines, kind of piggybacking off of the exercise we did last week, utilizing line in the Monday evening class with Guy. You know, so I'm trying to incorporate some thin lines, some thick lines, and then some gray lines. But because it's liquid acrylic and watercolor, I always like to do all of my lining last. Just because I know that anything I put black over, it's going to stay black.
Right.
But sometimes when you do black, your black lines first, you kind of pigeonhole yourself into a specific area, where this way you're not going to pigeonhole yourself. So I just find it gives me a little bit more flexibility.
Oh,
Pretty nice. Yeah, I like doing the same. I like having the ability to really go in and like fine tune my lines after I've done all my either liquid acrylic or watercolor, because you know you're not going to get any sediment like laying on top of it either. That's some good stuff. Cool.
All right. I'll show off next.
Thanks.
So I am. So speaking of that Monday exercise, I'm trying to play catch up a bit.
Right on.
Working on this little crow raven kind of guy.
Right on.
yeah. Guessing thicker and thinner lines there.
Yeah. Having a little trouble trying to piece them together in a way that it, flows right, but I'm getting there.
What was the actual assignment?
It was doing a line drawing of a bird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the best resources I ever found for working with line was it's a PDF ebook you can find if you Google it. It's called the Comic Book Guide to Inking. And it goes through and like it tells you how you can create a sense of light using nothing but line, right? And how you can create a sense of movement and volume just by placing specific lines in specific ways. So anyone that's interested in tattooing or anything dealing with like heavy line work, I always recommend that book just because of how much it helped me out.
Oh yeah, especially comic books. They kind of, I mean, they have to be able to draw and simplify and ink correctly. That's a good. Tony Moore talks about that too, because he's a comic book artist, and comic books are great. But I didn't realize, like, what is that book called again, Jason?
It's called the Complete Art. Hold on, let me just pull it up. I keep a copy of it on my desktop.
Oh, yeah,
The
sure, that's
Art
right.
of Comic Book Inking by Gary Martin.
Awesome.
And let me see if I can actually, might be able to just open it up, and then I can always share what it looks like. And if you do a Google search for it, you can usually find the download of it for free online. So I always try to.
Well, you know, we gotta support our local artists.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just saying, like, this is the cover.
Mhm.
The Art of Comic Book Inking by Gary Martin. And I really liked, there are certain sections in here that talk about light and volume and creating a sense of light and volume, different hatching techniques, you know, like creating a sense of light. And this is only drawn using line and black.
Oh, nice.
You know, but
No, me and
looking at-
Megan have been right. Me and Megan have been talking about this because I'm having her figure out really like the differences between like traditional shading and like high contrast shading and
Yep.
line work and all that fun stuff. So that's perfect. Megan.
Yeah,
all
line
that.
weight and value and how that can create a sense of volume.
Cool.
You know, like if you have a top-down light source, your line at the top is going to be a little bit thinner and your line at the bottom is going to be a little bit thicker. That's going to help you portray the concept of something with a very direct light source, but still maintaining your perimeter line.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice, Jason, to buy a book. Yeah, I mean, I do have the library, which I'm so excited for everyone to see
Most
it.
of my library now is digital.
Really? Oh, someone told me to go get a Kindle, and I looked at them with murder eyes. And they're like, oh, you know what you could do? You could get a Kindle. And I just like slowly gave him the bitchiest look. I think it was my friend, because I just gave him the bitchiest look ever. Like,
Well, my thing is this, right? We're walking around, we're working on iPads a lot, and iPads by nature were originally designed to be ebook like readers. So why not utilize it for its original intended purpose?
I know I like to save the memory in my Procreate layers because I make a lot of layers. So
that's true.
my
That is
Procreate
very
works
true.
really fast if I don't save a whole bunch of shit. But and also because I don't. Megan, how many books do you think is in the library now?
Oh,
I've been a crazy person with the library recently.
would like 1,000 be too many?
I know.
There's
I
no
don't
such
think
thing
so.
as too many books.
Yeah.
Well, no, good answer. Good answer. But no, I am like very proud. You'll never hear me say this. I'll say I'm proud of my cats. I'm proud of, but man, I'm proud of that library. It's pretty good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got an extensive physical library as well, but a lot of my more portable things that I look at and read constantly, things like that Guide to Inking, I don't know where to find a copy of that in physical like print.
Oh, really? Oh, you think
Yeah,
it's maybe
that's
just
why I always
online?
tell people, I'm like, just Google it.
Ooh.
Because I don't even know if they make a physical print version of that.
Oh man, I mean on eBay, I've looked on eBay before for like
I mean, I can
physical
always
copies.
print out a copy, but
Oh yeah, black market that stuff. I mean, I see your point. I can't deny it. Like I'm traveling all the time, and if I need reference for something that I'm doing a tattoo for something, you know, far away, and I know I won't have time to draw said tattoo unless I'm already like on a train or something, I'll like take my reference shots of my book that I got it from, and I'll like take that with me, you know. But oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I would need a Kindle to travel. Like I have so many reference books and so many things. Like sometimes I'll drive home, I'll drive to the shop in the middle of the night because I'm like, ooh, I have that one reference book. Ooh. And like I have a small collection at my house, but my big collection's here at the studio. So
I
I've
learned
like
a long time ago. I don't bring my reference books to the studio anymore.
mhm.
I worked at a place that wasn't the most reputable of places.
Oh, yes.
And when I left there, I ended up missing like 8 or 9 of my really nice reference books that everyone always kept borrowing. And it's like, how about you go out and buy yourself your own copy?
I have a problem with that in band t-shirts. Everyone who's listening to this that has one of my band t-shirts, you know who you are. Give them back. Just because we share rooms at a convention does not mean we're t-shirt sisters. Give them back. They're all sludge metal. They're all like Cannibal Corpse. I'm like, come on now. Well, I have the opposite problem. I'm a bloodhound when it comes to my books. But I have cats, so I can't, like, I have really, really, like, I have a lot of like collective series of like Victorian walkabouts and stuff like that. I found in like vintage stores out of country and, like weird sentimental stuff. So I brought everything to the studio and I just have it all on camera.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, because my cats will destroy them. They've already eaten 2 books in my life. So.
Oh man.
I keep all of mine in a locked cabinet.
Ooh,
So,
yes. I have one
I
glass cabinet. Yeah.
Yeah, or like a little I forget what they're called. I think they're called like not like legal cabinets, but
Like a file cabinet.
Oh, the lawyer ones?
Yeah, that where they're horizontal
yeah.
and you have like a big horizontal lift up.
Oh, yes. Those are good. No, I have this antique, if you go to like a trade show or you go to like the flea market, you see those boxes with glass. I took one of those boxes and I drilled it in the door of my bookcase thing. So you can lift it up and that's where I keep my antique books. So it actually has like a latch that I can lock if I want to.
Right.
And then it's like, it keeps it good for dust. I'm going to put some silicone packets in there. And I just found a really cool thing that I've had and I just repurposed it. But it's like the same concept. I can put all my Warhammer figurines in. So my library is about to get even cooler.
Yeah.
Nerdier, whichever.
Sorry for jumping in there, by the way.
Oh.
I know you're trying to go through and see everyone's stuff, but I just wanted to share that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
Cool. We got Jasmine up next.
Rad. I'm just working on a flash sheet. I'm going to Philly this May and I guess in like 2 weeks, and they're doing a flash event. So I'm just kind of designing a sheet for that. Just kind of free drawing here, just getting some ideas on some paper before I commit to them. So
where are you going in Philly?
I'm going to Now and Forever Tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a badass all lady run shop, and everybody's pretty talented over there. I'm a little intimidated, but I'm real excited about it. So I'm excited to be a part of their flash day.
That's the best way to be. That's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
Just a
they'll be
little
sweet
scared.
and awesome. Nah, you're a sweetie pie. If they're mean to you let us know.
No, it's gonna be rad, dude.
Let me know and I'll drive right down there because I'm.
Yeah, Jason's right there.
Nice.
He'll totally uncle you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in East Kensington is where the shop is. So I'm excited. My husband's going with me. It's gonna be a rad time. So he doesn't usually get to go with me on these kinds of trips. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, it should be it'll be an interesting time for you for sure. Philly can be a rather interesting place depending on who you talk to.
I love Philly.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh man, dude. Philly is
I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, lots of mixed opinions. So.
It's something, all right.
Well, Jasmine, that I'm a little quirky. Philly is like fuel for my fire. It's like, it's wild. It's aggressive. Like you'll see a man taking a shit in the subway, but
Or on
he's
top of a
just
trash
gotta go.
can.
Okay.
Or on the hand railings. Don't touch the hand railings.
Yeah, don't do
Okay,
that.
yeah,
That's,
good
that's
advice.
a
Good
violation.
advice.
And don't open the
Wow,
door.
you're really selling Philly.
We're
here.
trying to we're trying to attack
Yes.
us.
Yeah, they'll think you're stupid if you hold the door for them and they'll laugh at you and mug you.
Yeah, Kira and I were walking from dinner, and some dude almost came and really wanted to say hi to Kira for sure. It
Oh God.
was hilarious.
Yeah, they are kind of ballsy in Philly. I was
Yeah.
there when they won the Super Bowl, and
Oh,
we were
God.
like downtown. Yeah. And so I told my buddy, I was there with my buddy Travis, and I was like, yo, it was like before the convention even started. I was like, we got to go grab some beers and walk around in this fucking chaos. And he was like, why? I'm like, you just got to trust me. And we walked all the way down to like the Meter Museum area, like through past the Capitol, everything. And it was an absolute shit show. It was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Yeah.
Muter
Like, people were like,
Museum.
Yeah,
oh, I love the Meter
to,
Museum.
we need to figure out like a day
When's
where
this-
people can come out and visit just for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jasmine, when's your
I'll
dates?
organize
How
a
soon are
guided
your
tour
dates?
for
Or how
us.
far are your dates?
So I'll be out there the 11th through the 16th, and I'll be tattooing the 13th through the 15th.
Oh, go to the Meter Museum.
Yeah,
You got to.
This is next month?
this is next month. Yeah, in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've got to get your tickets beforehand.
Which museum is
and
that again?
The Muter. It's spelled M-U with the oblong above it. T-T-E-R.
Cool.
Muter. I was like,
Well, yeah, we
Muter.
were looking at the Philly Art Museum since I gave myself a little more leisure time for that trip. So
Mhm.
I'm
the
definitely down. I'll
science-
take any recommendations.
Oh yeah, the Science and Art Museum. You know where the Rocky statue is. The Muter
Yeah, yeah.
Museum. You got to go to Mom's. It's a real shitty dive bar that you just got to see.
The Barnes
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah. What's the Barnes Foundation? Do I know
It's a
that?
private art collection that's up for exhibit
Oh.
in Philadelphia.
Nice.
In my opinion, if you
Oh.
like impressionist art, you cannot go wrong with the Barnes Foundation.
Okay,
Rad.
yeah, Philly's got a lot of stuff going on. It's like, I mean, the architecture alone is like, it's like first America type masonry architecture. So everywhere you go has got cool old shit. And the
Nice.
colors of Philly, like if you took anything from Nick's seminar, definitely bring like a little palette with you because the colors of Philadelphia are probably my favorite in the world. Like,
Awesome.
I love like beautiful sunsets and I love mountains, but there's nothing like those shit colored rust tones that are like keeping together Fishtown ghettos. You know what I mean?
God.
Mhm.
And
If we were
it's
to
just
do
so-
so I was just thinking if we do a tour there, we could call it like a fucking Philly inspiring tour. You fuck.
oh my God, can I please? I'll do the plein air event. Like, this is how you don't get mugged. This is how.
Not so brotherly.
You know how you don't get mugged in Philly? You don't go outside.
Well, no, I don't get mugged in Philly. They've tried. And it'll
You
be
tried?
like my first planner. Yeah, they try. Oh, look at that.
Oh, they try.
They try. But
Yeah.
no, how to not get mugged is part of it.
Combat plein air.
Yep.
Yeah,
Urban
combat plein air.
plein air.
We'll issue
Well, I mean,
you a
I-
Kevlar vest when you come down.
Well, I mean, it's fitting since I told everyone how to avoid pumas. You can avoid, Philadelphians.
Philadelphian, we're sitting back and we're like, Pumas, bring it.
Bring it. Yeah.
What
for
you
real.
got?
I would take a puma over a Philadelphian.
We used to have a jail cell in our football stadium for a reason.
Yeah.
And that is fact.
That is fact. You know what happened, Jason? You know why Philly is the way it is? because when I was a young 20-something-year-old, like half of St. Petersburg, Florida, which we were all raunchy, violent, crazy, right? Moved to Philadelphia, and we fit right fucking. I've literally been at like random dive bars in Philly, talking it up with someone next to me wearing a fucking cutoff vest, and we went to the same high school together. We're like,
That's
oh
awesome.
shit, like, yeah. They're like, how do we get along? I'm like, I'm from St. Pete, Florida. They're like, oh fuck. It's like, I don't know. We listen to Misfits. We're not scared of blood, and we think fighting is kind of fun sometimes. Like, that's basically how I think about Philly, is like brotherly love.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, so
Not so
when
brotherly
the
love.
brotherly love. Hey, you want to fight about it? Cool, brotherly
Yeah.
love.
Brothers fight. It's fine.
Yeah, brothers fight.
Yeah.
Well, like, we passed by this group of people, like during the Capitol when the Super Bowl happened, and like already you can tell what the scenario was. Is that the dude was like walking up to his car after leaving it there the night before, and his roof of his car was completely caved in from people like stomping on it. And all of his friends started laughing at him, and he was like, I know. And then he like just opened his car door, nonchalant, popped the roof back up. And we're like, yes, quit joshing me. And then like they would just drove off because that was totally normal. And I was like, Philly, fucking Philly. But I like Philly. I almost moved there.
I would love to do like an inspiring tours, or even just like an art museum tour group for tattooers. You know,
Oh, dude.
of the
Yeah, we
Philadelphia
should
region.
definitely, yeah,
You know,
do like an overnight maybe.
Little
Yeah.
field
you know,
trip.
Troy would totally open up his doors though to show his museum that he's made in his compound,
Which would be
Like,
absolutely incredible,
he
because
would
I can only
totally do that.
imagine what his museum is like.
Oh, dude, it's so cool. It's so extensive. It's nuts.
He did a
I've
little
got some
tour with
bugs.
Mark from Needle Jig at one of their videos.
Ooh, yeah, we can go harass
it's
Mark.
definitely pretty sick.
You know, I've never
Well,
seen
Mark's up in
Needle
Western
Jig
Mass. Well,
before
Mark
yet.
might come down to Philly for.
I'll definitely
He's
make
up
the
in.
drive.
Well, Mark's
over.
up in Western Mass. He's up in this neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think it would
But
be a good time.
he did an interview with him down there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick. That'd be great.
That would be really cool.
It'd be fucking Philly.
It'd be fucking Philly.
that just call it that. It's fucking Philly.
Everyone, we're not gonna sleep. Are you ready? It's fucking Philly.
No, seriously, don't sleep. It's not safe. But it's
Don't
okay. It's
sleep. Yeah, don't
Like,
sleep.
you might think you're tired, but trust me, you do not want to fall
Trust
asleep
me.
here.
Just take a deep breath of air and then let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, as you
Oh, you
cough
know,
8
couple
times
stiff
after
drinks
that
and,
deep breath.
Well, there we
Oh,
go. So that'll
Philly.
be a fun guest spot. We just imagined. Holy Moses, maybe it'll be.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
bitchin'.
Yeah, the Muir Museum is.
Yes.
I think is it the oldest medical museum?
I've
Yeah,
got the
it's a-
website pulled up if you want me to share the screen.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
America's oldest medical university, and then now like Skull Museum. And
Oh,
you know,
wow.
And it's
second.
like you can't believe the shit nature could come up with, man. You think like horror
Yeah.
movies are fucking bad. They're nothing.
They have drawers of stuff of people, of things that people have swallowed, and like had to have surgically removed. And I mean, these are like 10-penny nails. They've got full-sized actual human skeletons on exhibit.
Nice.
They used to have plaster cast of a couple of different sets of conjoined twins. They've got everything from severed bound feet that have been preserved to, I mean, all kinds of amazing stuff.
I mean,
They've got
like,
an entire wall of skulls.
And dozens of skeletons of like fetal, like every probably like 9 months. I guess is that to be 9 months, like a weekly kind of a skull from an embryo all the way up. It's the lobotomy exhibit was the one that fucking freaked me out.
Oh,
the body
yeah.
one was great. Did you see the humors one? That one was great too. I
Which
love
one?
humors though. The humors one where they like check your bile and your liquids and like
Oh,
tell
no.
if like you're depressed because your mucus is green, you know.
Yeah, Chang and Ang
They have,
Bunker. That's the ones I was talking about. They have a plaster
oh
cast
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
hmm They also
Yeah,
have a part of Einstein's brain.
they do.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah,
They have
they have
part
a
of
little
Einstein's
sliver.
brain.
This is a
What?
really great exhibit, by the way. It's called Our Finest Clothing, and it's a
Oh.
layered history of our skin.
Ew.
Oh,
This is a permanent exhibit, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fucking Philly.
Fucking Philly.
Fucking Saul.
Grab
I've
a
gone there.
cheesecake, see some skin.
Yeah, I've gone there
Yeah.
for several different talks. They do educational medical talks and lectures on occasion
That's
for
cool.
different topics. They did one on
Mhm.
tattooing, and they had a woman, a pathologist by the name of Miss Angemi, come down, talk about
Mhm.
various medical conditions, dealing with it. They flew someone out that has their doctorate in tattoo history. They flew them out from Europe to give us more of like a European perspective on it. The entire
Oh, that's
room was
cool.
standing room only, and it was packed with different artists.
Oh, I
It was
bet. That's
absolutely
awesome.
incredible. So definitely need to stop by there.
yeah,
Yeah, you really
absolutely.
should.
I'm definitely going to be there.
Cool.
Has anybody ever seen any of those bodies exhibits? I know they have one
Bodyworks,
in Las
yes.
Vegas. It's in a pyramid. Yeah.
Yes, they're cool.
That was incredible. So the Meter Museum sounds kind of like that, but maybe like a little bit more on the Philly level.
Yeah.
It's more of a medical museum. So they all had all
Okay.
these medical oddities that they kept
Oh.
after
Like
the
from the hundreds of
college.
years ago, right? Like back in the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and
Back in
you
the
know,
day
Ben
when
That's
people
super
Franklin and all that
cool.
shit were like setting up the very
Yeah.
first institutions, and they're like, "Well, send us your shit."
When they're still trying
We'll
to
look
figure
at
some
it.
shit out. Yeah, so they had like, they had funny reasoning back then, and I love that stuff though. But Meter Museum is definitely like all the cool lithograph paintings, wood block prints of like anatomical studies. A lot of the dudes who did those went through that university. So
Wow.
we're seeing like true discovery of like anomalies. So their main thing was like, like Siamese conjoined twins, disfigured human skeletons. They have like a giant colon,
Yep.
that they
Oh
extracted off
yeah.
of someone that
Oh,
they wanted
man.
to study. Yeah, so all this stuff is either plasticized, embalmed, or dried, or put in between glass. So like it's all well preserved, and oh my god, all the skulls! It has so many freaking skulls.
And
So
what
it's like
you see there at Skull Exhibit, what you see up
yeah.
being displayed is only 1/8 of what they actually possess.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. And I got to do like a tour of it because Troy got us into like a special behind the scenes tour. And that was really cool to see. Like there were so many vials of babies in one room. I was like, holy shit. But it was really cool because they all had like real like issues, like they were dead, they're stillborn, like, and just seeing all the different deformities and issues that a lot of them had was pretty incredible to see it up close, But yeah, the whole thing is pretty cool. It's good for references too.
If they allow you
And
to take pictures, which they don't usually do.
no,
Yeah.
I have a lot of pictures, but
They
Museums.
usually frown on that.
I just do stuff sometimes.
I say that
Just
only
hide a
because
camera in
friend
your
of,
hat.
yeah, a friend of mine got
Yeah.
kicked out of there for taking photos. So
Well, it's silly he got caught.
yeah, if you're slick about it, you're cool. But
Yeah, just don't be rude about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it on the internet.
Well, I mean, they can't kick me out now.
No, well, wait for pretty soon we're gonna have the pre-crime, right? Like the words are like,
Oh,
taking
Minority
photos
Report.
at the Meter Museum.
Oh no, like
True
Tom
crime.
Cruise. Oh,
Sorry.
or like one of the docents is a fan of my event. And she's like, I've been listening to you and I've been waiting for you, Malady, to come to my door. That's my worst nightmare. Never ever allowed in the
So I
Meter
suppose
Museum
most likely
ever
what'll happen
again.
is they'll just try to sell us. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, they're probably like, can we please have money for you guys mentioning us so many times? Like, okay. Well, Oklahoma also has an osteology museum, so it's kind of like the animal world, like, or the animal version of the Meter Museum here in Oklahoma City. So there's only a couple museums that have like a really extensive collection. And then if you go overseas, like the Edinburgh Museum, oh my God, the Edinburgh School of Medicine has got awesome stuff on the humors and all. Like medical sciences is just wacky over the years. I don't know if
And
anyone's
I
like
bet
really
Edinburgh's
gone into
got
the
a
different studies.
good one. Edinburgh's fucking.
Oh, I went
amazing.
nuts in Edinburgh. Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Did
Old
you-
Town with all the.
Yeah. I guess Hitler was going to retire there, so he didn't bomb it, or for one reason or another. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's legend or not, but
It's
so
beautiful.
like everything is old there, and like it. And it's amazing then to go to the rest of Europe afterwards and be like, wow, I can't believe it was all like this until it got bombed and fucked up. And, but Edinburgh, yeah, beautiful. Definitely a destination people should be getting to. And I think
Old Town is
that,
beautiful.
travel is going to be opening up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
People traveling,
I
we're
guess
going to go to
so.
Europe soon, I guess, right? Anybody going overseas, or
Are we?
just traveling domestic for now?
I'm down, Gabe. I'm down. I would like to go with a group if Prague is a
Theory
thing.
in November, Belgium, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have any tickets or anything confirmed. Probably still a little too early, just a
Belgium?
little too early. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think maybe in the next few months it should be a little solidified, because I know I'm still picking up the slack from COVID, but at least I now can like adjust my calendar as such.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm tentatively thinking of a inspiring tour over there next year. Been talking with Alex DePasse a little bit, and we had a place in Florence, I think, picked out already. Yeah, I know it's a little, like I said, it's just everything's a little too wonky. Commit to those kinds.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, right. Well, I keep my passport updated all the time for just in cases. And I just haven't had the, right? Yeah, everyone make sure you keep your passport updated. But that's like the one thing I haven't really done, and I know I have a bucket list, and now I'm like really trying to get the bucket list over with, because the apocalypse might be tomorrow. You never know. Or a bus
Romania
might hit me.
is one of the last places I went over. We have Castellan sometimes. Yeah,
Oh, I know, you told me about it.
Yeah, it was pretty
Oh, I'm
amazing.
so
He's an amazing
jealous.
host. He was right next door. I think Romania is right next door to the Ukraine, so they got they're picking up refugees and tattooers.
Oh no,
and
they
stuff.
are. A lot of my family's been taking in stuff.
Ugh.
But I was supposed to go to Romania 2020. I had a whole wine train tour thing planned out with my bestie. And yeah. And Iceland too, supposed to go to Iceland.
Oh yeah.
But my family's in Romania, so I mean, I would always like to go over there. Because that was the whole
He just
idea.
did an art camp. Yeah. So Costi does all sorts of types of events. So it was like an art camp, which is very.
That'd be cool.
I mean, it's basically a paint retreat, and they're all painting and stuff. And I did want to mention that Robert Hernandez is letting us make some limited edition prints of the painting that he auctioned off for the Ukraine benefit. So we'll be posting
very cool.
prints pretty soon. Yeah.
Oh, that painting was so impressive.
And, you know, he's
Yeah, I
actually,
actually
making,
want
I think he's making another one. He said, I mean, until we get it, I don't want to talk about something that might not happen, but there might be another one in the future.
to.
We'll have more time
I would.
to promote that one.
Oh, good. I would really like to get a copy of that one for the gallery.
Sweet.
That would be amazing. Yeah, that. It's really. I've really been surprised at the lack of art that's been produced since the Bush administration. Again, with the Bush, I could just like go on rants about the Bush administration. But I really did figure, even with our political situation and even like existing issues, where the fuck is all the art in punk rock? You know, I'm like, where's the old 50-year-old punk rockers that are like, you know what, we still got it in us, you know?
It's not super easy to find. I have an idea for an art show that would be like something to the effect of like symbols or stencils. I'm not sure exactly what the title would be, but the goal would be for the art to be end up as stencils. So there'd be basically two pieces of art. One, the stencil that anybody could kind of like download and create or purchase for, pretty cheap, the stencils. But then, the art that people could create with them. But the point it would being that the goal would be to have symbols that are, meaningful, that are easy to replicate, to be designed to be like put out there in different places. But whatever, all too busy fucking trying to make a living, pay the bills to do some of that. But I don't know, we'll see. I talked to a couple of people, they seem pretty down. Thought it was a good idea, and all it takes is a couple of people, and then all of a sudden
it only takes 2 people to make a call.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we're all just more disillusioned together but anyways, that's the romantic fight. Even though we're doomed to fail, we still have to try our best.
Still gotta keep
our dying
pushing.
breath.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're a little engine that could, Gabe. I am too. My dad is, keeps going, just keeps going. But you have to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you're right. Like if you I don't know, if you stop inventing, if you stop thinking about other things to do, like the next thing always leads to the next thing, and leads to the next. If you don't, then it just kind of dies down and you lose the stamina.
Yep.
Can I show this to you guys? Is it okay if I show this to you guys?
Yes.
That's the order.
Talk about diversions. Holy Moses.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, cool.
For tonight.
Nice.
Wait, I can't see which one.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Very killer.
Cool.
Fun.
Is it not completely silly that we didn't coordinate that exercise with the tattoo that was done in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
a little.
It was a bird with line weights. So it was literally like.
It's crazy how it timed out, man. It's just nuts, dude. Like I was like, oh my god, we just watched them do that.
Like if they just designed the that during that Monday, it would have fallen in complete alignment. Anyways, it looks great.
Thanks.
No, that was it's pretty dead on to what we did there, or what they did there.
Yep. Man, I dropped my phone today. Can you guys see this little haze over here on the left?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bummer.
Oh, that's a camera crack.
Yeah, it's a camera crack big time. It's a drag.
Oh, perfect.
I have to go get it fixed. I have to go get it fixed.
Or just a new. They just gave you a new phone. Oh yeah, Kyle. Who's up next?
Kirsten, you got something to show off?
Yeah. Oh, let me put my stuff down. Hold on. I always paint with like 5 different brushes in my hand.
Yo, what up, Pierre? How's it going?
Hello.
I didn't see you in there, man. How's it going, duder?
Good, I think.
All right.
Oh, lady.
I'm working on my bird.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty.
Look at go.
I just finished my Marco Bucci like color theory thing, so I'm trying to do like some more muted stuff on the wings. Because before I had like all these like little tiny white streaks in here, and then like looking back at it after I did that class, I was like, "Damn, Kier, why did we do that?" So I'm trying to fix it. So yeah, tis this.
It looks rad.
Harold does.
Thanks.
I love all those little, yeah, look at those little plumage details.
Little foof.
Very nice.
Thank you. I don't know what my deal is lately with birds, but they're cool.
Birds are rad.
Spring.
And birds fly, you know, pretty damn cool.
Springtime. It's springtime
Birds are
and
just rad.
they want to be seen.
Yeah, the first day of hearing all the birds come back after a long winter, it's like the best day of your life.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know the feeling. Your
Yeah,
cat seems to enjoy it
really
too.
is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's sometimes when he sees them like fly by, he'll try to attack the glass.
Oh,
And then he hits the window.
Yeah, he hits the window pretty hard sometimes. I get a
Does he?
little nervous.
Does he jump into the window?
Yes, he does. He's one of those cats where you look at him and you know that there's just nothing between those eyes.
yeah.
I got
We
one
all
of
been
those.
there. Yeah, we all have a cat that's like that.
Like I'm just sometimes I'll find him like just sitting down staring at the wall, and I just don't know what to do with myself. I don't know, just walk by or like stop him from doing that. I don't know. So
No, you just say hello to the ghost that he's looking at.
Yeah.
That's all.
I know.
Yeah.
Is it a bug? Is it?
I think it's a
Tell me
ghost.
It's a bug.
Yeah, it's probably the ghost that your cat's been communicating with for over 17 years. And
That's what I would say. I would definitely say a ghost.
definitely. Oh, everything's a ghost to me. The other day, I was at my friend's house. We had a little earthquake, and she had like this little dream catcher, and it started swaying. And I just looked at her and I went, "Oh my fucking god, ghosts!" And she's like, "Or an earthquake." I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right." Everything's ghost.
Yeah, I'm the same way, honestly. I mean, yeah, this house was built in 1920s, so I always think it's a ghost.
Mm-hmm. I've talked about it before, but if anyone comes to the studio, we do have a ghost, and he's pretty cool. But he's been making himself like really known lately because I've been here super late at night, and just little things happen. But I'm like, cool. Hey, ghost, what's up? He'll like say hi in his ghosty way. But I thought I was crazy for a really long time, and I just kind of made it as a joke, you know, with myself, like, oh, it's just a ghost, until like all my coworkers were like, is this place fucking haunted or what? And I'm like, yeah. So it's kind of cool, but he's nice, you know, doesn't really mess with us too much. But we made t-shirts, so we're gonna start having them in-house for the true fans of Ghost Cat. He's a gold thing gallery cat ghost. Okay, who's next?
I think that was about everyone. Did Megan show off her painting?
Oh yeah, Megan, did you show off the cowboy?
Oh,
Yeah, let's put it up.
Fun.
Nice.
thank you. Still feel like there's a lot to be done, but I like the shape.
I like that rosiness you got going on the cheeks there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really do like that skin tone that you've developed through
Yeah,
that
it's
highlight and the
developing.
rosiness.
But thank you.
There's a good sense of shadow over the face too. It really helps push that light in.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. Always got his little neckerchief on. That's nice.
Oh yeah, always.
Little accessories.
Yeah.
What kind of background are you gonna do for him?
Huh?
What kind of background are you gonna do for? Are you gonna leave them pop
Oh,
arts?
I don't know. It's been such a long time since I've actually touched this, like years. So I'm
Oh,
guessing I'm
good.
racing at the moment. Which way to go?
Well, thank you for abandoning all your projects just so you could paint with us tonight.
It's actually a huge, like, I don't know. It's nice. Nice change of pace.
I have everyone I have loaded up Megan with apprenticeship projects.
Oh yeah, I'm full
She
on.
really, yeah. I need more projects. She would pop. But no, thanks for painting with me.
Oh, always.
Painting is special.
Well, guys, I'm gonna head out. It was fun being here.
Oh, thanks, Ricardo. Nice to see you.
Yeah. It's good to see you too. You guys.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
You guys take it cheesy. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, that sounds good.
Bye,
Yeah, have
bye.
fun.
10 o'clock
Adios.
Eastern.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Later, Ricardo.
Peace,
Have a good
guys.
one.
Bye.
Late.
Night.
Have been working on some of the time scripty kind of things so that we could run like a little 2-minute, in between, so that we could always make sure that we have a little bit of a break, but also we always plug like Ricardo's drawing group and Jason's drawing group, appropriately,
yeah.
or all the stuff, and all the
Right.
the things, and also I've been watching some TV, like real TV. It's research, it really is, and they have like things that pop up in the lower left-hand corner that's like don't forget, we have the whatever again, Jason Lisa's drawing group, 1 o'clock Eastern, in the lower right-hand corner, like the thumbnail could pop up during these shows.
Oh yeah, no, that's
so
nice.
that,
Let's be a little bit more organized.
like they do on real TV, on other TV.
On
Yeah.
real TV, yeah.
Okay.
No, I like that.
But
And yeah, no, it would be cool too for like whatever we're talking about, like put up like names of people or something like that. If you can be like
the
super
lower
interactive
thirds,
with that.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
That'd
the
be
lower
cool.
thirds would be great. Also great for clipping. So
Mhm.
as soon as we see the lower third pop up, we can. Oh, that's where the clip starts. Boom.
Yep, exactly.
But
That'd
we're getting
be
there.
cool.
We're getting there. We're getting pretty damn
We're
close.
getting there. No, the everything looks like it's developing really well, actually, like from the very beginning, I remember even being a little intimidated about the setup, but now it's definitely like a lot more user friendly, which is nice, because I hate apps because I'm old. But if they can be like really like nice and not challenging, then I'll use it more. So congrats in making it more
Reducing
user-friendly.
friction.
Yes, it's like setting up your studio, reducing friction so it can be actually utilized.
Everything should be intentional and reduce friction. And the good news is there's so much opportunity still. I was talking about that with Guy today. It's like, oh man, like this is great. We still could clean up things and then connect some more dots. And
Yeah, platforms are where it's at.
no, it's fun.
Mm.
Okay, I am going to. I'm gonna try not to get hit by a car live on
Don't get hit by a car.
YouTube.
Oh God. Yeah, don't traumatize me even more, Kate.
No, I do want to start. I want to bring out a couple more pieces parts. We have like a list of brainstorming ideas, but like for like the Tattoo Weekly, doing a guess the tattoo artist game kind of a thing. Holy shit! I couldn't. Sorry, I'm gonna just humble brag. I'm not even humble bragging. I'm fucking. Actually, it's not even a brag. The whole point is I have no idea. So Tony Urbanic was talking about a lettering tattooer from California, and I'm like, a lettering tattooer from California? I don't know. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Flax? And he's like, yeah, that's the guy. I'm like, I have no idea who that person is. I don't remember anything about him. I don't remember seeing him. It's just somewhere in the back of the chemistry and my noggin, the name came flowing out of my mouth. And,
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes that trivia is crazy. Anyways, point is, we should be playing a game that's like, who did it? And then the other one we did a couple of times, which is who don't you know? where the goal is to come up with artists that no one else knows that are awesome. So like the prize goes to the most awesome new discovery of an artist that no one else knows. Kind of a thing.
Ooh, I like that. Yes, yes.
That's a blast as far as like, a name game goes. I love that
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we
I'm
could do,
terrible with
like,
names, so I would be like surprised every 5 seconds. I'd be like, ooh. But I mean, there are so many new people that are just
Not
keep
after.
coming out. Huh?
Yeah, and after a year, all of a sudden everyone starts to get pretty good at it. But
Yeah.
it's,
Hell yeah. No, I know. I know like the secret little gems of the neo-trad world just because I came up in Florida. Like I know that there's guys that like chose not to do like the fame route or like they didn't expose themselves that much route. They like had just like a family, but they're like the most amazing artists. That could easily like swipe, any like neo-trad artist we can think of today, like out from under the water, but they just like don't like all the hype, they just lay low.
sure.
But yeah, like so that's my
Yes.
world. I can definitely go off on
Well-
like a tangent of Floridian neo-trad artists that are just like awesome.
We should get like the game show thing going with that, and then maybe I wonder if, as a benefit or some such, so that
Oh, that'd
play
be
for
cool.
like benefit money or something. I don't know. We got to figure out
Right.
figure something out, but
Right.
we could just start playing it and doing some prepared segments.
Yeah. Well, I was teaching Megan about like tattoo history, and I don't know if you guys will disagree with this, but I found an interesting and creative way to describe art movements within our own current industry and current community. And I was teaching her about Art Nouveau, and I was like, here's Gustav Klimt, here's, Zmuka. And I was like, even though their styles are different, like they drank together. So you can kind of see the influence of them together. And then I was like trying to explain to her about like different sections of like Florida neo-trad or like Northeast neo-trad. I was like, all these guys drink together. And it's like,
Sure.
you can tell who the influences are of who hangs out with who and who's making an art movement, like, because it takes just a group, it could take one shop.
Sure. Oh yeah.
If they got together, and if you didn't like party with those people, you might even not know who they are, but like usually, yeah, like it's like 2 degrees of Kevin Bacon with everyone in our industry. And I've kind of classified it as that. It's like, okay, they're from the East Coast, so they have a little bit of this, and this, and the West Coast, and they're a little bit like this, and this is why, like who is influenced by who like mentored from who. There's like so many like minor degrees of separation between all of us that's actually a pretty good game show.
And then people travel.
A lot of people travel. Oh yeah.
We did it was probably, it's got about 12 years ago by now. We did a map like that. Somebody wanted or had approached me to write like a East Coast versus West Coast article. And it was like, well, that's kind of silly because it's not like a East Coast versus West Coast kind of a thing. But on the other hand, and there's a whole Midwest there. But it did make us like sit down and draw a map and kind of have it roll over time.
Oh wow.
And then who was moving where. So like, the people that were moving around a little bit, and people like Adrian Lee, who's definitely like in the psychedelic arena, but certainly also squarely in the traditional documentary. It was pretty amazing. And then we cleaned the tattoo shop because it was completely horribly disgusting, and it got thrown out with the rest of with garbage.
Oh, that's
and we were like, oh, we're never gonna make that again.
Well,
we never did.
We should do it again, because I would literally said that. Megan, did they say that today? About like another reason why you never talk shit about another artist.
Oh,
like
yeah.
unless you would have, because like you never know who you're working with, and that person might have just worked with that person. you know,
Mhm.
like, because so many people travel, so many people move around. Like, people would never guess who like my main core friends are in the art, in the tattooing or art community, because of, they see me and they're like, oh, she's in Oklahoma. But lo and behold, if they knew my history, they'd be like, holy shit, like she grew up in Florida and all of the East Coast, north and south. So she knows all, like, I know all of those people, and I've worked with like, at least a quarter of them. And it's like, it's surprising, like how far our worlds can expand. Like, I think there comes to a point, Gabe, like even when you start traveling, like you just feel the world not being so big. And it's just like everything's just kind of like a plane ride away.
The world is very small, and to that point, it takes anywhere between a half an hour and who knows, maybe 3 or 4 years between whatever it is that comes out of your mouth and whoever it is that you said it about's ears.
Yep.
And so, you pretty much always want to make sure that whatever it is that you're saying is, intended to be heard by whoever it is you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like you're only
And,
saying it
I
because
remember-
you want them to hear it.
There was times where, especially in the touch, like, it's a small world, so there'd be guest artists that come from one shop to another. And, as soon as you say one thing, all of a sudden, boom, it could be 20 minutes until that person's calling up being like, what did so-and-so say about such and such?
Mhm.
So the good news is just make sure that whatever it is that you're saying, you just mean to say. And that's that.
Be
But,
respectful.
yeah, absolutely. You want to treat people the way you would like to be treated, presuming that, you're not a person who's a glutton for punishment, right? Or whatever.
Right.
Um,
Well, there's some people that are. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want them to treat me that way, right? We don't need to be treated that way. So it's like, you can't
Right.
always go through that golden rule, but
If it was that easy, right?
I always try to abide by the thumper rule from
Ooh,
Bambi,
go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
where if you don't have anything nice to say, just say, you know what? I just don't have anything to say.
Ooh. Now I know you, Jason. See you.
I mean, I'm one of those people, I will find something nice to say about every single
Next
thing.
time you say something super like blase blah, be like, dang, he's talking some smack.
Go for it. 'Cause I'm very conscious about what I say and, who I'm talking to. And, I respect everyone out there, every artist I have ever met. So whether I like their style or I like them as a human being is kind of irrelevant. If I'm not going to go around and say anything negative about anyone, because you know what, at the end of the day, that's a reflection on who I am.
No, it's I don't know, it's just life stuff. We're all like comrades. We're all like in this community together, and I just always say, like, if you want to burn a bridge for your own safety and sanity, go ahead, burn a bridge. But just remember, you can't use that bridge again. It's done. So if you're really, really, really willing to take the long path for something just to avoid a motherfucker, then cool. But if not, just take a full relevance of like, okay. And I mean, that's also like how a lot of things like get swiped to the side, too, because everyone's like, trying to weigh out how much, like, but I think if we have like a classic set of standards, like, don't be a drug addict, that's a nuisance to all of us. Don't be rapey, don't be a jerk, and don't steal. Does anyone remember the old, I have it written down somewhere, but there's like an old apprentice code, and it's like 20 things, and it's like something like too scared to, or too honorable to steal, too scared to lie, and it's like a whole like old school apprenticeship rules. But it's basically that, like, just how to not be a douchebag. And I should find that and frame it in the shop somewhere.
You find that? Could you take a picture and send it to me?
Yeah, because what I have is a Xerox copy of a Xerox copy of a Xerox copy of some old ass shit. And it's in a sketchbook. I think I know where it is because I like taped it in there. So yeah, I'll send a copy to you.
It'd be fun to match
Mhm.
that with like the tenets of like Buddhism or something, right? I bet it's pretty
Oh,
similar.
oh
Just
yeah.
with
Well,
like
I pinned
giving
up
more than you take. And...
right. Well, I pinned up my old apprenticeship duties here at the shop so everyone sees what their boss had to go through to tattoo. And they're just writing it down. Like I had to like really look at my life and like honestly write down my common day as an apprentice and like think it out and go, damn, that's fucked up. But it was what it was. You know, I got through it. It didn't kill me. So it kind of made me stronger, maybe. Who knows?
Kind of,
Probably.
in a way,
Kind of?
maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, let's say yes. Just for prosperity's sake, yes. On a different note, Gabe, I want to talk more about Antarctica. Just because of, since we talked about it.
About sorry, about what?
Antarctica.
About what? Oh, Antarctica. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but Instagram has been hearing me talk about Antarctica, so it just keeps sending me videos of landscapes of glaciers and like really awesome things.
Oh, you know exactly why. Because
it hears me. I know. Yeah, I know, but it like keeps doing it and it's haunting me now. And I'm like, well, maybe I should just.
Well, it's not going to shut off. It's not like all of a sudden.
I know.
Computer's going to be like, I don't hear you now that you suspect exactly what's happening.
I'm just going to keep.
It records it.
That's exactly what they did
in the middle of nowhere. We know.
Skynet is always listening.
Didn't like.
Yeah. They're always listening.
But
no, I'll just like I'll just resend them or forward them to Nick too. So I'll be like, hey. And I did make it. I had this revelation because he actually like asked me. I was like, well, like we talked about Dan Marshall and my watercolor stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, like, and I did actually like a long time ago, kind of take his seminar, not really, but it was such a long time ago. I am going to do another one. I've already like I'm on it. I'm planning it. But you know what you can't do in Antarctica? Fucking watercolor.
Yeah, it'll freeze.
Right.
So
yeah,
you gotta oil it. So I'm like, Nick, I gotta get good at this oil stuff. Because how am I gonna capture? You're on a boat.
Antarctica
with fucking yeah, like I can't be with a heater on me trying to move around water and pigment. That's stupid. And you're on an expedition boat. The thing's moving.
I'll fire up Dan Marshall's site here.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Dan Marshall because he's amazing. And
he did. He came out to the art gathering, one of the art retreats. I think he came out to the Venice one too. He came out to a bunch of them back in the day.
The first one,
let's see here.
I met him at Evergreen. I was right next to him, so I got to be right next to him all weekend and just watch him paint. And I was being hosted kind of by James Kern, so I had to kind of take James Kern's seminar, which I wanted to do anyways. But I was like, I've been watching Dan all weekend, but seminar was freaking amazing, I heard. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to do because I want to be that good at my watercolor. Dang it.
Are you seeing this on the screen now? Is this actually playing?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Just what the hell? Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was sad when it wasn't sad at all when he didn't give up tattoo, but like clearly he's this is where his calling is.
No, I got to see him tattoo too. And yeah,
he tattoos like he's awesome.
He's awesome. Like he's from that old New York like demon world. But his painting, I know it's like, well, you can't deny that. You can't just try to juggle both. Like once you dip into a certain field, like, and you get that accomplished.
I'm going to ask him how much. We're going to get him on an inspiring tour.
Yeah,
We're doing it.
I'm there.
Fucking-
Preferably not the inspiring tour in Philadelphia. We do want him to survive.
Well, he's just in Denver. Maybe that's the one I'll invite him. Maybe to Oklahoma, because I'm still after the Philly thing or after the Bill and Art show comes through. I'm seriously going to be sitting down and trying to figure out how to make Oklahoma very presentable to everyone.
Awesome.
Yes.
With people like him, usually I'm like, where you want to go?
Yeah, where do you want to go? You're like
Trees and
Oklahoma.
foliage.
Maybe he'll go to Prague. Watercolor in Prague would be great.
That would be
Absolutely.
fun.
Absolutely. This is May 22nd. Is this already passed? Yeah. April and May. Oh no.
I'm gonna be in Hell City. But yeah, I looked at that one. Yeah, I want to do that one.
Fuck you. Sorry, Dan. I didn't mean that.
Fuck you, Dan.
I mean, everyone should sign up for his mailing list so that they get the first crack at that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to Hell City, you'll miss it. But there is a little seminar that he's doing. That's pretty cool. So if you're not going to Hell City, get on that.
I'm sure he's doing them all over this, again and again too.
Yeah, he has them up all the time.
Let's see. Jitter's asking in the chat room: are any of you artists near New Jersey, or can I make an appointment? Actually, Jason Lisa is not too far from.
Yeah, I'm not too far away.
You're not too
Depending
far
on
from
where you
Jersey.
are in Jersey, let me know.
Do you have a booking thing or do you just like send an email, Jason? How are you booking these days?
Email and DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of the few artists I know that will actually book through a DM. Well, I'll start the initial conversation that way, but I don't really go through like a booking process because the studio I work for is still very much in the we keep paper books kind of methodology. I'm the only one that does anything digital or electronic. So like just for that kind of a sake, like I'll do virtual consultations for people that are traveling a decent way.
Oh, nice.
So that kind of eliminates the headache of, okay, well, I have to fly all the way out there just to go to a consult and then set up the appointment, and then I can fly back home, and then I can fly back out there to get the actual appointment. Nah, there's an easier way for that. So I generally tend to do my own bookings. I like to really sit down with people, really find out who they are, what they like, what draws them to specific subject matters or styles. That way I can really kind of cater what I'm doing for them to exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, in person I think is best, but
absolutely in person's always best.
In person's always best. So I have been trying to utilize like FaceTime or Skype or Zoom or something like that. But I mean, I had my first consultation in a really long time the other day because I finally have been able to go in my wait list a little bit. And it was awesome. Like finally get to sit down with this lady who's been waiting forever. And just like she felt even so much better having it in person, because like she didn't even know what my face looked like until like she came in the door, so she just at least had something to get her through the wait game.
Yeah, and I think that's critical, being able to sit down and read the facial expressions of your clients. I think that's a very big thing. You can generally gauge how someone feels about a certain idea or a certain process or something like that just by looking at their face as you're talking to them about it. And I really
people are
like
usually terrified to tell us no. So I do like that. If you can see their facial expression, we can
Right.
usually see when they're not happy with something or they don't know about an idea, and then you can like adjust, the conversation from there. Like, and I will like literally watch that and like make real quick changes right in front of them because I'll see that they're like, "Ugh, not into that so much," and I'll be like, "Okay, how about this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah,"
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's better. And it's like, all right, cool. Now I know what direction to head in.
Exactly. And that's hard to do that's hard to do not in person.
Right.
The booking form that I have for my website's pretty good. Like it just covers the basis. At least we don't get any emails that start with, "Yo, can I get a tat?" Because those are really helpful. It just gets rid of that 100%. Like I have to know their name. I have to know what body part. I have to know what style, and then a brief description before they can even send it off. So it really does help. God bless the form on our website. But I know I'm, even for this year's convention stuff, since I'm kind of slowly introducing myself back into that pool, I think I'm mostly tattooing people that I have already been tattooing. Like, I think I have like 2 new clients out there in the world, and that's it. Like, most of my people are either meeting me out there or going with me, or like, I'm just trying to keep it familiar. So I don't know. I just have been very cautious about getting back in the flow of the traveling and also juggling new clients. I don't know if everyone feels kind of the same about that, but I feel like my flow is different now. So like, I love the fact that I have like an outline and a show I can just jump in and start adding color to an outline,
Right.
I'm like trying to explain like, okay, this is the convention, or I have to put a stencil on you, and this is going to be awkward. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really fortunate feeling that I have the big pieces that I do that I can work on, and that they're traveling with me too. Because Ananda's going to come to Hell City, and both Hell Cities. She's coming, and then we're going to be working on her back.
Awesome.
And then I have that big, parrot piece too. I'll be working on.
Can you hear me?
We can now.
Yes.
I can't find my phone. I lost my phone.
Oh,
That's
shit.
not good.
I mean,
On your
it's
walk?
somewhere in my house. No, it's in my house. Oh, anyways, I don't need to talk about this live. Kyle, if you could take over, I'm gonna try to bow out.
Scream to Alexa. Oh yeah. Actually, I want to talk about my layers and what I'm doing. So, because I learned this stuff with Sean Barber and Nick about pre-mixing your colors, and I never, ever, ever do that usually. Because all my octopuses are such definitive layers that I usually just do like one thing at a time. But since I only have like here up to do, and I really want to make sure these eggs look like really good darker background ones, and then really good like front ones. So I've like sectioned off like 3 shades of like a sagey green. And I even have like a phthalo green for my middle section. But oh my gosh, it's like made things so much easier. And I feel like such a nerd that I've like not done this before. Like even using a palette knife, I'm like, nah, screw the palette knife, But I actually rather like it now. Like, and I think everything I've learned in like the last like year has made my oil painting so much faster.
Yeah, I just got back into oil painting last like October, November when I took Christian Perez's seminar.
Oh yeah.
That was like eye-opening.
Yeah, we were all there. That gel medium.
I am all about that gel medium. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
it will dry to a touch in 2 days flat.
Yeah, that gel medium's pretty kick-ass. No, I think everybody, like, I've just never been around this many artists before. So it's like, I've been around tattooers, dare I say, tatters. But to be around artists is such it's a newfound glory of mine. It's like, I don't know, it's been very eye awakening. And it's been really nice. I've been seeing myself develop like really, really quickly with certain things that I don't know. Do you ever like look back on your painting life and like see like phases of painting and like, when you're like most productive and like not productive? I try to like think of my life like that. If I can look at a timeline and see when I'm productive and not productive, like what's going on. And usually when I'm not productive is when I'm alone. Like when I'm not around other artists, I like can't find the vibe strong enough within me. Like, it's like I don't have anyone to talk to about it. I don't have anyone to like jam with about it. It's not around me. So it's just like this foreign thing, and I'll do some things here and there, but man, when I'm really, really painting is because I'm submerged.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
I love it. Yeah. It
That's
really
what I
changes
love.
my whole.
So I love that about the winter time is like you start to see all of these artists that are, they're out and about in the spring and even in the early fall and all throughout the summer. And they're out and about and they're socializing and they're working and they're doing their thing. And it's like when wintertime comes, it's like they go into hibernation and creativity mode and they just start cranking stuff out based on what they've learned that year. And I've always found that to be just absolutely inspiring.
Oh, yeah. I'm the opposite. I love summertime because I don't like getting hot. And so I just stay inside and I paint. Springtime, though, ooh. Or like fall, ooh, that's my planner watercolor. Like that's when I'll go crazy with fall. But like for my oil paintings and stuff, like I'm like indoors every day in summer. I hate getting hot. It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always been a believer of the concept that you can always put another layer on as far as clothing goes, but you can only take off so much before it becomes socially unacceptable.
Right. And I'm like, oh, sweating and painting and oh, it's just the worst.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving California.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Well, even when I was down in Florida last, oh my God, just like I like stayed with a friend and like he has like a very standard like Floridian setup, and I was just like, this is the coolest your house. Like everyone's house was like 80 degrees, like, oh God, I'm so glad I moved out of this kind of environment. It's just it's like an oven all the time.
And there are some people that love that. More power to them. More
oh
power
yeah,
to
no,
them.
and I get it. Yeah, I think I used to like it.
I could never survive in that kind of an environment.
Yeah, like all my acrylic paintings, I remember keeping them like in between paper in my closet because they would eventually melt a little and stick to one another.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, like you would have to check on your acrylic paintings every now and again, make sure they weren't sticking.
I always feel the energy just escape out of my body with the heat. And I
Oh,
can feel myself just like losing it throughout the day.
Oh yeah, like I get aggro as all hell. I've already warned everybody that's new here. Like if I'm aggro and I come in the studio, it's just because I'm really hot. And just give me 5 seconds and I'll be fine.
The shop I apprenticed at would get really hot sometimes because the AC was real unreliable. And we'd always try to reschedule people, but yeah, they'd be like, no, it's not too hot. It's fine. But it's like 90, 95, 100 degrees outside. So it's slightly cooler in the shade inside. And the ink caps get all crusty and I'm like gonna pass out. I'm like, this isn't working.
Dude, yeah, I remember. Oh my God, there was a time in the early 2000s, when shit was real crazy. And like every single summer, it seemed that the AC would break at whatever shop I was at in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember our bosses were like, we don't give a fuck if your clients are passing out. You need a vet to work. And I mean, it was so disgusting. You know, I remember there was one time where I was just like so fed up. I was like, you know what? Fire me. Go. I call this bluff. I was like, do it. And then I like, just like, I was soaking wet though. I was disgusting. I was like, no way should anyone tattoo in this. But I mean, that mentality of, yeah, like you want to save money for the shop. You want to, I came in the other day, I was like running a little late and everyone was already here. And our weather has been real crazy. It's been a little back and forth. So we've had some tornado weather, which is like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So I walked in, I'm like, God damn it, why is it so fucking hot in here? And everyone's like, we didn't want to mess with the AC. I'm like, you know, we know it's expensive. I'm like, guys, no, if we're going to spend money on anything, we're going to spend money on air conditioning. Like, no, we have things that are precious in here. Don't let it get hot.
But that
We
actually
can't,
reminds
like-
me. That reminds me, and you can ask Troy about this. He used to do the Battleship Olympia convention.
Oh
every year.
yeah, I heard
You
about
want to
that.
talk about some really
Hot.
hot and gross conditions?
Yeah.
Tattooing on a World War II battleship with no air conditioning in the middle of the summer in Philadelphia that has like that hot, like humid, I call it hot breath kind of weather, because that's what it feels like every time you step outside. And then cramming, you know, a couple hundred people onto this ship as well to get tattooed. It was just, oh.
Cool concept, but it was like that. I did this thing in Atlanta, like the Motor Speedway there, and I forget what the show was called. But yeah, they had us like on the pit. I think it was called Pit something. It was a cool show. It would have been very cool, but they didn't have any AC, and it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like being a drama queen for anything, but I was like, I remember sitting like on top of my case, like, I'm gonna pass the fuck out. And there was like multiple people that like we just went back to our hotel rooms and went in the pool because we were like, this is so stupid. You know, like our clients were like, no, we can't get tattooed in this. So we're like, well, all right. But I mean, I think that's like part of like just being a convention host. You got to think of everything like that, you know? Like we're trying to tattoo in these crazy cool places, yes, but can you actually successfully tattoo in it? Like, you got to think about those things. Because I mean, even conventions to me is a little odd when I really think about it. Like we're all just tattooing in one big garage.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, when I think of those places, I'm like, oh dear, I never again. I'm too old for this stuff. Oh my God, guys, I don't know about you, but this feels so much better to just sit down and paint. Life has been so busy with the shop and everything. It's like I get to like, I leave stuff out all the time in hopes that I can like get 2 seconds on it in between appointments. Well, that's what I feel like everyone comes to me and asks me questions. And I'm just kind of like, and trying to keep up with them and myself.
I'm going to do a little bit more blue on here, and then I think I'm going to wrap it up for the evening.
Yeah, it's getting very late.
It
What's
is.
the next time that guy's right on after me, right? Tonight?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on at 9 and it's just about 8:30.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I'm an hour off and I always doubt myself when I look up. Thank you. Well, Jason, that sucks to hear that you're not coming to Hell City. Are you? I'm trying to think of what I'm doing next.
I'm trying to work it out for Phoenix to make sure that I'm at that one, but it doesn't look like.
Have you been to the New York Tattoo Convention?
No, but I keep hearing great things about it.
I'm going to that one, it turns out. They asked me and I said, yeah, that's cool.
Actually a pretty big deal. They don't hand out invitations to that very easily.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I went, yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, that's the Empire State one coming up in a week or two, right?
No, it's literally called New York Tattoo Convention. And it is, I have it written down on my schedule book. I'll post it. I'm about to post, oh my gosh, I'm about to post all of my 2022 travels. And it's a lot. But, you know, I figured I have beautiful clients that have been waiting for so long to get tattooed through COVID and everything. So they're meeting me up all over the place. And that's why, too, if you see me out and I'm not taking walk-ups, because I've got a flux of COVID clients that have been waiting and waiting and waiting, you know, and they know I'm not going to like certain spots. So basically I've condensed all my clients to other spots. Like instead of doing the Philly show, I can meet all my Baltimore, Philly, New York clients in Harrisburg, you know, like,
right.
I'm just like, I'm condensing trips. So I'm trying to do that even with the New York show. Like I have a lot of Baltimore and I have a lot of DC and New York clients that will meet me up with that one, and a lot of Philly. There's some Philly people. So I'm trying my best to get out there, but not exhaust myself too.
Yeah.
The balance.
I would love to talk some more about possibly getting a it's fucking Philly tour going on. I would love to get that going.
Okay.
I think that would be an absolute blast.
That would be a really big blast.
I don't know Troy all that well. I mean, I work at his Philly show every year and I've, you know, met him and shook his hand a couple of times, but I'm not on that kind of a level with him. But I would love to see his museum and just like what kind of historical stuff he's acquired over the years. In fact, I was talking to Caroline. I was talking to Caroline Ann Evans the other day about, you know, machine history and all this other stuff. And she was talking to me about, well, do you know anyone that has like a lot of good machine collections? I was like, Jesus. I know one or two people, but they're private collectors and they're not really open to like doing tours of it, you know? So
I don't know what he's probably gotten something organized through COVID. But he has a lot of he just has a lot of cool stuff that he's invested in, bones wise, plastics wise. If we come up with a date, I'll ask him and I'm sure he'll be down.
That would be awesome.
His museum is his pride and joy, you know, and he knows I like to show off my stuff that's in it too. So I'm in his museum, so I want to show off that. Yeah, like look, I do stuff other than tattoos. Look what I do. I make bug dioramas, but like entomology, like they're classically pinned, but they you know, they're bugs doing things. And,
we should have bugs tattooing bugs.
I'm close. I'm almost there. Yeah, I'll show you.
Cool.
If anyone gets to go to Troy's museum at his house in the compound, look for the bugs, that's me. And it'll make sense when you see it. But no, I'm sure I know he'll be down. You know, we'll just have to calibrate when he's in town.
Right.
As well. And if not, his wife could show us, but he could give us like the vocal tour, you know, which would be really awesome. Cool. Yeah. He's got some cool shit.
Well, actually, let me flip my camera around. I got to head out, guys. I need to get dinner before guys' things. So thank you very much.
I know a lot of people got to get ready.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick little sneak peek.
Yeah,
you might be getting a lot of like lighting glare off of it because this is actually done with like metallics. So it might be
that gold is amazing. Yeah. It looks like it's it looks like it's gold leaf.
That's what I was going for.
You got to send me a picture of that gold that you're using, like because that thing's rad. Because I have this iridescent powder that I've been putting in stuff because I like putting gold in my tentacles. That's a thing. If you see my paintings in person, look for the gold. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's like these really cool pearl like powder pigment thingies. If you can see that.
Yeah.
And I'll mix that in with some of my opaques or the gel medium if I really want it crazy. But I have a gold, I have a silver. I love this pearlescent. Pearlescent's pretty dope. And I want to see what you have because that's a nice looking gold.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, it's a mixture between the two of them. And I'll switch back to this camera real quick. Not that there's the best lighting in here, but I actually used the gold, the Dr. P.H. Martin's iridescent metallic tone, gold tone for some of these darker gold areas. These brighter gold areas around here, around the edging. That's actually done with the same company, same like paint, but it's called brass. And it's got a very bright yellow sheen to it. So that's what gives it that like, and I'll mix and I'll blend the two of them together. So like certain areas in here might have a little bit more of the actual gold tone mixing in with the brass as I go up to the edging, which even if you look at it flat on is going to give it more of like a two-tone gold look. So, I mean, I like to play around with it a lot. So.
No, I've done that with a lot of my epoxy stuff to get a really good gold. I've actually mixed brass with black, even or brown. Like gold is sometimes too obnoxious and too bright. You have to like muddy it up a little bit for it to look real.
Right.
And I think that's what you did there. That looks rad.
Well, thank you.
Good job. Yeah.
So on that note, au revoir, everyone. Thank you for letting me jump in on this. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys all again soon.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we'll start shutting it down a little bit. If everybody, Kyle, can you help us like go one by one and show everybody's works and see what they've been working on, and everyone kind of talk about what medium you've been using this whole time for anyone that's like just hopped on. And what you want to do with it so far.
Sure. I'll put Jasmine up first.
Yeah,
cool.
Just kind of playing with some concepts for the shading for some of these flash pieces. There's I'd like to eventually start painting them with watercolor once I've finalized my designs, but yeah, just kind of sketching out right now. Didn't bring a whole lot of paint to paint night this week, so next week for sure. Yeah.
No problem. Well, I mean, paint night is drawing. We're painting with our minds.
Rad.
Yeah.
Check them.
Someone I think knitted once. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, someone knitted once, and that was cool.
Nice.
Cool. Are you going to do liquid acrylics or watercolor or gouache or?
Let's see. I'm probably just going to use India ink and keep it pretty limited palette, and then maybe just some of this Dr. P.H. Martin's the Bombay. I'm a big fan of. Yeah.
Yeah, that Bombay is beautiful.
So probably just stick with the India inks for now and just keep it pretty simple.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Meg. Let's see what you got.
I am using acrylic paint, and I'm honestly just having a good time. I'm not really sure what my vision is for this yet. It definitely has changed since the last time I've touched it.
It looks cool. You're adding more contrast to it. I can see you. Doing that. Yeah, don't get away from
sculpting it. It feels like.
Yeah, it's kind of fun reworking on stuff you started a long time ago with new things you've learned as well. Yeah. It's like you kind of have like a new eyes to a project.
It is an experience I haven't had in a while.
Yeah, no, it's good though. We're gonna paint a lot more this summer. You'll see me just being like, no, we're gonna paint. So I'm excited to see where you go with your oils too.
Oh boy, yes.
Oh boy. Awesome. Well, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Mhm. Who
All
we
right,
got
now
next?
I'll put mine up.
Oh yeah, thank you, Kyle.
I'm trying to do some digital touches here on this. If I can get it. There we go.
Oh,
Acrylic
there it
paint.
is. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So just trying to touch it up, play with it a bit, see what I want to do next with it.
I like the purple. That's a nice use of that.
Thank you. Yeah, that
But
was,
yeah,
I really wanted to get that in there.
that was cool so far. I can't wait to see a little bit more developed.
Yeah, I'll play around with it more, see what I can do.
I like your stand.
Thank you.
Is
I got it at Walmart.
Oh, well, I usually don't say this. Thanks, Walmart, I guess, for that. Just for that, though. That's it.
Yeah, it's like a little tabletop one, so it's nice to have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, and then last we got on you, Renee.
Oh, hey. I'm going to take off my phone so everyone can see this thing because it's kind of detailed. Let's see. All right. Can you see it? Yeah. So this is I actually had stopped this painting once I got up towards these little sack guys, because inside these sacks will be little baby octopuses. And this piece is called Mother. And I don't know if anyone knows this, but mother octopuses will starve themselves taking care of their breed. And then the babies will hatch and then eat the dead mother. So I'm really trying to get these guys looking like, right now I'm doing all the backtone colors of the egg sac. So I'm making them kind of bluish green to make them look like they're set back in her little cave. And then up here, they'll be super bright. And I'm going to do some real detailed little baby octopuses. But layers and layers. And when I got up to here, I felt like I was just jumping around too much. I felt like I didn't have a cohesive plan. So it's taking me forever. But now I'm kind of playing with that gel medium a little bit more and sectioning stuff off into clumps. So I know like this section will be like dark blue green, and this section will be dark green, and this section will be light green, and this section, so that's made it so much easier. But this part's been done for a bit, and I'm kind of in love with her texture, and I'll probably add just a little bit more before I wrap her up a little bit. But that's Mom right there. That's what I've got.
Nice.
Awesome.
I like the repeating
Yeah.
shapes you've got from the eggs and into the texture of the skin on the mom. So
Oh,
that's really nice.
yes.
Yeah.
I want everything to be camouflaged within itself. Like if I were happy, everyone would see my octopus paintings and not see an octopus. Because I mean, this one, I'm not doing the study, but I have later studies that I've been working on where they're wrapping up with coral, and they look like coral, and then like the slight transition, I'm really trying to mess with the octopus's camouflaging skills because it's so cool.
That's really interesting. That's hella cool.
Thanks. It was actually an idea my grandpa wanted me to do before he died, and I never got to finish them. So now I'm like, I gotta finish these paintings so I can do this idea. Because my grandpa really wanted me to do it, and he was a fisherman, so he thought it was really cool. But yeah, so that'll come out. I have so many octopus paintings. Yeah. Is that it? Is that all of us? Where's Kira?
Yeah, no, I think she hopped off earlier on.
Okay. Well, that was great. That was a good art night, guys. I'm going to continue for a little bit. If anyone's listening, make sure you drop us a question or two, or if you want to join, everyone is welcome. Because we're about creating art here, and we shoot the shit. We talk politics every now and again. We talk about we just talk, and I think that's most important. This winter was a really long winter, and I think I made it through specifically because of art nights and fun nights with our friends and people that are like-minded. We might not all know each other well, but we can talk obviously for hours on end because we all have art in common and we all love it. And sometimes it's just nice to not do it alone. So I hope everyone, feels the vibe, as they say, and comes and joins us. Make sure to stay on and check out Guy Atchison's event right after mine. And yeah, every last Monday of the month, we'll be doing this. So everyone can find me on goldfanggallery.com. I am Renee Little Tattoos on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. The Goldfang Gallery is the main website to contact me or to look at my portfolio or look at my coworkers' portfolio. I don't do any commission paintings as of yet, but I will soon also be adding more prints to our online store, which has just been shut down for the last like 3 months because of paper sources has been terrible. But yeah, everyone just stay in touch and we'll see y'all at Hell City. Woo-hoo. How was that good?
Yeah. All right, cool. Everyone just say bye and then we'll end it.